responsible.
Sometimes I'm selfish, get jealous. I feel a little helpless. My whole world has shifted again. You made a promise, I kept it. Now I'm second guessing. My whole world has shifted again. Now I drive back to an empty room, and it's setting in. Now that your things are gone, what have I done? Was everything worth this? I guess I deserve this. Oh, I do right whenever I'm hurting. I guess I'm still learning how to.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. just tripping on day. Dreams got dirty little lullabies playing. Might as well just ride around the nursery and couch.
Say I'm good-hearted, but I'm just getting started. Got my eyes on the target. No, no. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. I'll never run. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. They say I'm dangerous 'cause I broke all the cages. No, I won't sit and take it. No, no. They left me for dead, I guess I'll never learn. Every time I break, there's just more pain to burn. They'll never, never, never learn. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. I'll never run. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me royalty. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. I'll never run.
We gon' turn the crib into a club like Hennessy and Buddha screaming thug life. Get it, baby, you know I'm the plug, right? Fucking got a feeling that it's gonna be a long night. Whoa, everything I touch turn cold. Need no introduction, 'cause they know Brit and Mo. I hit the lotto, my motto. Roll up gelato and throttle a couple models staccato who fucking brought up the bottles. I'm gone ham. This ain't even luck, all planned. Y'all know who the fucks I am. Burning bucks, smoke bands. Always been the MO since the start of this, and now I'm on a mission like I'm Artemis. Hey, we gon' turn the crib into a club like Hennessy and Buddha screaming thug life. Get it, baby, you know I'm the plug, right? Fucking got a feeling that it's gonna be a long night.
You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face. Got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. You break your back to make me feel again. stopped asking for forgiveness. Cause you should know only fools tread with the angels. So save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break. Swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You'll break your back to make me feel again.
Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to WEC powered by Infinix Smartphone, publisher partner being Platonia Esports, and of course, the publisher none but India Today Gaming. It's a new day with a new chapter Nepal starting today. I'm Star Tanya. Alongside me, it is Arka. Arka, how are you feeling today?
I'm pretty much excited to see whether we'll be able to see a new kind of outcome for the first time ever in the Nepal series, because as we are already thought that the prediction can actually go wrong from our side when it comes to the Pakistan, and it turned out to be true, because yes, yet again we have some underdogs dominating, making it into the top 4 as well. So hoping to see something different in the Nepal sector, at least over here, because this is the last time where we can rely on something different, or it's the last time where we can rely on professional teams actually stepping it up over here.
Absolutely. The teams who have got experience of international tournaments, who have earned the title within
Yep.
their nation, they are stumbling down. But the teams who are recently enrolling into the new chain of esports segment and they are able to rule it, I think the new teams are definitely achieving the target created by India Today Gaming for with this World Esports Cup, where invitational qualifiers and the natural qualifiers combining together. And ultimately, the new segment is joining in, dominating, not only joining in, but dominating, ruling it. I think they are doing tremendously well. But talking about
Yep.
chapter Nepal today, I think Arka today, it is going to be the old names, old dogs, going to go very strong against each and every team, because today we have got 2B Gamer with us, Dada Gang with
Yep.
us, Royal Gurkhas, one of the oldest teams with us. So
Yep.
with these sort of a teams, I think that maybe we are going to get a different side of experience versus new segment.
Yep, and I do believe that these experienced teams would have watched what's happening in this tournament so far. They would have understood never to underestimate any new team coming in, and if they have done so, and if they've done their homework well, I do believe that they'll have an opportunity. But at the same time, those teams were actually grinding it when it comes to this tournament, like giving their 100%, preparing themselves from the previous time, because that's the best part. All these professional teams, the reason they're falling back and trying to get, before we go into explaining more about that, let's look at the total prize pool coming up. It's a total of 75 lakh rupees. I'm so sorry. 75 lakhs is not a small amount, ladies and gentlemen. And the biggest chunk will be taken by the first place, who's going to take home 35 lakh rupees. Right behind them, the second place is going to take home 15 lakh rupees. The third place is going to take home 8 lakh rupees, and so on. And I do believe at the end of the day, nobody's going to go empty handed in the top 8, as they're going to get 6, 4, 2, 1.5 and 1 consecutively. But at the same time, we have been speaking about this one thing about this tournament, that the smaller titles matter a lot to most of the teams, like team underdogs. The best underdog team is going to take home 50 lakhs. The best clutch is going to take home 50,000, 50,000, 50,000. I'm so sorry. Best IGL is going to take home 50,000. MVP is getting 50,000, and fan favorites are going to get 50,000. So all these things, is going to make this tournament very unique, as we can already see that most of the teams are aiming not only for the main prize but also to take the smaller chunks on the bottom. Yep,
Absolutely. Not only this, but also
yep,
with the smaller chunks of the prize pool. So ultimately, nobody is going to go empty handed. But if you want, everybody wants the position one, Arka. That is what I personally feel. Definitely, the
yep,
small chunks are going to matter. Nobody's going to go empty handed. But eyes are always about who is going to
the
take
big
away the
prize.
lion's share, the
Yep,
biggest piece of the pie. So, yes, the
yep.
target is going to be there. And not only that, the thing is, which nation is going to take away the pride and the crown? Is it going to be India? Is it going to be Pakistan or Nepal? Because let's see how everything is going to happen. Which country takes away the pride? Which nation takes away the pride? Ultimately, the crowned winner is going to not only win the trophy but also earn the pride for the nation. Here we go ahead about the schedule for the day. It
Hmm.
is going to be Bermuda, Purgatory, Kalahari, followed by the repetition of the cycle. First cycle goes into the learning segment, next comes for the retaliation.
But at the same time, those teams who have already experienced in previous tournaments, they'll have a chance of not going in for any kind of experimentation. They want to just go in and give their 100%. As we were speaking about those teams, the difference why I believe, when I sat back and thought in the previous day, I do believe that the underdogs are able to come up and perform better because obviously the other teams are not prepared for a tournament like this because they are pretty much busy in other tournaments as well, and they did not expect to prepare themselves for new teams, whereas new teams are actually watching those professional teams, trying to understand their analysis. They're grinding more than the professional teams, so the underdogs are able to come back over here and make a statement that they are not they are also present in this community as well. But at the same time, looking at those teams in this specific day, in this specific group is going to be 2B gamers, and then we have llamas, then we have the Gunstingers, Gangbang, Gravity 9, Dada Gang, then we have Train to Kill, KM Esports, Royal Gurkha, then we have Dark Horses, Arms of Four, and NPL Gurkhas, and all these teams. It's everybody sounds to be a little more what do you say, intruding than the other. They're wanting to make a statement over here. Let's see which team will be actually able to make that statement, as we'll be looking at how the points are going to be distributed amongst the winners. So the first team, or the team which is going to secure booyah, is going to take home a big chunk of 12 points, and we have seen that consistency has always helped that team securing more than two booyahs to be on the top. The second place is going to get 9, the third place is going to get 8, the fourth 7, fifth 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 are going to get 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 consecutively. The 11th and the 12th are going to go home with nothing in the hand. But at the same time, let's not forget that 1 point is given to the kill secured by any team. It's not for the knock, but it's for the kill. If you do, it's necessary for you to confirm those kills, rather steal them as well, because we have seen that the consistency of offensive and defensive in within a team has actually taken them on the top.
Absolutely. So you need to make sure you survive and not only survive. Yesterday, also, we did see some teams only playing for the survival points or maybe the placement points to be precise. They had lack of kills, and the tiebreaker did not work up into their favor, due to which they did not get qualified. So today, we need to see the qualification should be as strong, as sharp, with the strong decisive power within themselves by not only going
Yep.
ahead, picking up a booyah, getting only those standing points, but also alongside those standing points, reaching into top three. Arka, let's be honest here, getting booyah all 6 matches is never a chance. It's not possible whatsoever. But coming into top three every single time, getting a decent amount of kills somewhere around 6 to 8 is definitely a probability and which can be achieved without any difficulties. So today I would want to see stronger teams, and Train to Kill is also one of the teams to watch out for, whom I missed naming
Yep.
them. I would want to see them what's their play, because it is a team who likes to survive until the end and then they pick up the battle. So today there's no deficit in the names, but let's see who is going to be into top four to qualify into the next stages of World Esports Cup.
Yep, I completely have to agree with you on the team names. But at the same time, yes, we have seen that there are teams which actually play for decent rank points and, secure up to, let's not forget the, story of Total Gaming in this very tournament where, they had enough number of, I mean, they were the highest pointers when it comes to the rank points. Like they had more rank points than anybody in the table. But at the end of the day, lack of kill points did kick them out, even though the top three had 60 pointers each. So it's important for everybody to register those skill points, because ultimately that is the only way for you to not only make a statement that you are aggressive, but at the same time make it into the next round of this phase. And let me remind you guys, we have stepped into the Nepal chapter. If you guys have not been there in the Indian and the Pakistan chapter, all you have to do is go to our socials. You'll be able to see a small update or highlights of what has happened so far. You'll be able to see how the points table were neck to neck and a close fight between the top teams and the underdogs, and finally underdogs were able to make it into the top 3 or top 4.
Absolutely. For that, you need to make sure you have subscribed to all the social medias, not only for India Today Gaming, but also for the Platonia, the broadcast partner, to get updated about what is happening, when, and how. Also, make sure you have subscribed the YouTube channel. If not, make sure you do it. And if you have done, turn the bell notification on. I and Arka will always be there here to as a storytellers to update you about how every nation is growing. For Indians, it has been the same story about underdogs performing better than renowned names. If we talk about Pakistani chapter, the days have been topsy-turvy when one day underdogs have performed well, on the other day renowned names have performed well. Now talking about Nepali, let's see if it is going to be one-sided dominance or it is going to be the mix of both, because we definitely want to see new names enrolling. This is what the tournament is for, but at the same time we also expect from the renowned teams to perform outstandingly well.
Yeah, but at the same time, Tanya, one more thing which I have been observing in this tournament is how the meta has been changing depending on the regions. Like the Indians had a very different story to say. They were all relying on grenades and shotguns, where especially Max Sevens were the one which was visible every now and then. But when we came to the Pakistan chapter, we were able to see more of snipers compared to India. I saw better snipers coming into play. Max Sevens were pretty much available, but M18s were more into action. UMPs were more into action. Let's not forget the core coming in from the side of the Pakistan chapter. At the same time, Nepal, I know the things are going to be pretty much different when it comes to this players, because I've seen that the teams from Nepal tend to not only take fights, but sometimes they don't mind backing out from a fight, because I've seen 2-3 teams actually do that. They do not want to complete a fight completely. When they feel that they're pretty vulnerable, they actually can't take a fight. They're clever enough to fall back, take a different kind of rotation, make it inside the circle, and then take the fight when they're ready for it. And I do believe that this maturity for the side of Nepal can actually give a tough fight for every team, because every team will all obviously have a similar kind of mindset when it comes to this tournament.
Well, talking about the metas and the weaponaries and the utilities you're talking about, in Indian segment, we did not get to see any freeze bomb that was used, but
Yeah,
during Pakistani chapters, we did see some freeze bombs joining in, some
yeah,
landmines knocks as well. So I think Pakistan has definitely got a different meta. They are more into attacking into the defensive pattern, because if you're going into some
yeah.
hard compound, leaving a landmine there and getting the knock and getting kill confirmed there is a very good target. If you want to make sure you don't want to go all in, but at the same time you don't want anybody else also to enter into your vicinity, into your grounds, and rush into you. So I like some strategies coming in from Pakistani segment as well. Now talking about the Nepali segments, these are the survivors. Usually they tend to survive until the third circle, and I'm not anticipating any early casualties. I'll be very honest here. I'm not even expecting some crash landings as well, because teams and players have got their decimated spot, exactly where they designated spot, about where they exactly want to go, about what is their landing point, default drop point, and they try to decide not to fight. But after third and fourth circle, it is a complete mess, it is a complete chaos, where the which team is fighting with whom is going to be a very big question, until and unless we get the exact eagle eye view, where we can at least predict about which teams are going to collide with which other two teams already battling.
Yep, I would like to agree with you on that, but at the same time, let me remind you and remind myself, this is the most unpredictable tournament, where we all thought that we could predict things. Looking at the experience of us casting in the previous tournaments, everything is turning out to be false over here. Yes, there were times where at least 10% of it has come out right, but 90% of it going wrong. I do believe that let's not, even think of predicting anything when it comes to the Nepal chapter as well. But in case, we are able to get one or two predictions right, I do believe that we'll be getting into that flow of getting things done. The speculations will be, making it inside as well. But at the same time, as the lobby is getting full, I would like to request all those team or all the viewers who have come in over here to make sure that you share it among your friends so that they can come in and watch this 6 power pack maps which is going to take place over here. Let me remind you, it's going to be Bermuda, then it's going to be Purgatory, and then it's going to be Kalahari, and that is going to be repeated 2 times. So 6 maps coming in, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be very hard fight because nobody wants to come back out of a battle when it comes to Nepal. They want to make sure that they represent their country. It's not about fighting for the trophy anymore. It's about fighting for the countries, for representing your country when it comes to the World Esports Cup. And I do believe that most of the teams are actually working out on it, because we are able to see that in the Indian and the Pakistan sector, the underdogs want to come forward and represent the country rather than allowing the top teams to go and perform better in the finale.
Absolutely. There's like 200% agreement on this point. But let's also talk about the teams who are participating. Arka, if you had to pick only 2 teams, okay, going it a little soft. If you had to pick only 3 teams today, from whom you are expecting, it's okay. It doesn't get counted. We know this tournament has been totally roller coaster. From the teams whom we are expecting are definitely underperforming. But out of that,
Yep.
out of everything else as well, 3 teams from whom you particularly expect that, yes, these are the 3 teams from whom we can expect coming in terms of booyah, coming in terms of survival, coming in terms of frags. Which would be those 3 teams?
2B gamers, trained to kill, and I don't know why I have a confusion between the Royal Gurkhas and the Dark Horses. Somewhere these 2 teams I have a little bit of a clash. But yeah, these are the teams I would be looking forward for. The same question thrown back to you.
Well, definitely you have named most of them, but if I had to pick apart from that, who is going to go ahead overboard, get those booyahs in their name registered, getting more of kills, I would say Anam Lama would be the team, Royal Gurkha as well, because they are into this esports segment since quite too long, and Nepali Gurkhas as well. They are also doing very, very good, but we cannot also miss out Gravity 9. So I would say that out of 12 teams participating, expectations from 6 to 7 teams is already way high. Now, for the remaining 4 teams, imagine if those 4 5 teams whom we have not particularly expected or not named, they're performing very, very well. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is day 1, map 1, group 1 for World Esports Cup Nepal chapter. The first map being Bermuda, flight path bisecting equally into 50-50. If we have a look at Sentosa, 3 teams have already landed there. Mill is also having 1 team, and other teams are still spreading out.
Yes, but at the same time, the factory being the blue zone is where you would want to land yourself at the earliest to make sure that you get the right kind of firepower in the beginning. We thought that there's not going to be much of early skirmish, and look what's happening at the side of Sentosa. We are able to see that more than 2 teams are actually present over there. But as I said, Nepalis do not worry about falling back from a fight and then taking it into the enemies. We can see 1 team already falling back from their sector. KM on the other side, Team GB, as we said, the gangbangs are wanting to stay away from that fight on the earlier side of the game, and I do believe that's a very fair call coming in from any team, because the first game itself, you don't want to go down. You at least need 5 to 6 pointers on the table, so that the second and the third match, when you're able to come back stronger, it's going to be helpful for you to put up some points on the table, because we have seen many teams like it's going to be countable number of teams who have actually bought a really good comeback after losing the first and second game. So never taking those risks, we'll be able to see what the other teams are planning out at this point of time.
Absolutely nothing can be predicted here. Let's see how the day is going to initiate, because it is going to be the very first match of Nepal sector, Nepal chapter, and no early casualties for now. We can clearly see Team 69, Yakuza, Maniz, Vururu, and Fragger. They are on the grounds of Sentosa, into the exact middle of the Sentosa. They have got a team above them, they have got a team below them, but nobody wants to go ahead, pick up the battle, going for the safer play. That is what the typical play set is of Nepali players. But ultimately, they do tend to get crazy as soon as the third or fourth circle is prepared or is ready to move in, and that is where exactly I want to see about which team is going to take down which team. No predictions are going to work, and ultimately, if we talk about the armory or the weaponaries that they have picked, they've got enough time to get the choice whichever they are comfortable with. There's no hesitation there. And look at the spread outs while they are looting, every player into their own direction, having a massive loot of their own choice. Now that is something interesting. Hangar is the location where all the players and teams are just having a gala time, spreading it out all around, acquiring the best of the loots. Now that is something which we least expect into the regions of Pakistan, into the regions of India. But over here, each and every team has got enough spots to locate themselves, get the drop point, and that is enough time to procure best of weaponaries. With that also, they will be presentable with best of the fights.
Yes, but at the same time, I do believe that, when everybody has got the right kind of firepower, when everybody has got decent kind of farming, the question will arise as to who is going to be clever, not allowing himself to burn those resources unwantedly, and who will be able to balance those resources which is there within the team. Because at the end of the day, we all know that, there are teams which will taunt their enemies to actually burn their resources, so that once they're down with most of their, firepower or the ammunition, that is when they tend to push in and take advantage of it. On the other side, at the side of Pochinok, we are able to see that the team of guns are pretty much, kind of Gunstingers are over here. They pretty much held up the side of Pochinok. They do believe that the zone is going to pretty much fall at this sector. Somewhere I do believe this game is going to end up towards the side of Pochinok itself. And I don't know why I've got this gut feeling.
Let's see if the Pochinok is going to be the center of the circle, and it's always great to see new agents coming into the action. This agent exactly shows about where the enemy is into the grounds, and Rajan has already used this ability, and now he very well knows Pochinok, they are the commands there. There's nobody who is sharing the ground. Coming back to Team Mars Electric, it is going to be Team GB, and they are also procuring all the loots available within the warehouses near to the bouncing tires. And KM, well, we can expect the first blood being drawn here. But again, there is going to be a 4v4 situation. What a trigger discipline coming in from Rikesh. Not only that, but also he is literally waiting for all the 4 players to cross the paths. For now, Pochinok, it is into the hands of the Team Gun. Mars Electric is into the hands of Team GB. No casualties, let alone casualties, not even a gunfire seen by far.
Yep, but at the same time, I want to see what kind of abilities will be used over here. I do believe that this is the ability of Moko, if I'm not wrong, or probably it was somebody else who could actually detect the enemy and try to use it. But at the same time, we are able to see some evolution when it comes to the maturity of the gameplay amongst any kind of team, because there was a meta of DJ Alok, there was a meta of Chronos coming in from every look in corner, but now people are able to understand that this is the kind of agent I should be using for the benefit of the team rather than myself. It's never been the question of me having that ability, but will this ability actually help my team progress towards to the next round, or probably in any given fight, is what we are able to see in every team coming in. And I do believe that this is going to be the next step to see how this Free Fire game is going to go up and bring in more mature players into this competitive game. But all things said and done, we are able to see that the first circle pretty much going to the center of the northern part is what I believe. And in the first, yet again, my predictions going out wrong. The unpredictable tournament again showing to us that the zone is going to take a very northern shift, and I don't believe that I've seen such a northern shift in the nearest days, where we're able to see the teams at the shipyard or probably at the riverside and mill will have a long rotate, will not have to take a long rotation, but will have a long wait for their enemies to walk into the crosshairs.
Long way to rotate as well, long way for the fights as well. Mars Electric turning into a little bit maybe predictable battle zone. Let's see if they are willing to pick up the battle. 69 versus GB it is going to be, and the UAV has been deployed by Team Train to Kill. They are safe on the grounds of Peak, moving towards the dam area near to the canal side, and Team KM is left a little away from the circle. Should not be a hassle, should not be a problem to enter the circle, but it is Yakuza who has got an enemy enemy in the crosshair, but not willing to pick up the battles. And once again, this engagement spotted and seen. Nobody will want to pick up the fight until the third circle. And let's see when the battle initiating. Let's wait for the battle. Indeed, I want to see when will the first firing shots be heard, because getting the casualty, delivering the damage is the next step. But there shall be some firing shots seen and heard. Each and every team is spotting the opponent team and then willing to just go away from them. This engagement is good when there's nothing forced to make you fight or something like that. But ultimately, you have to pick up a fight against the team, because once you delay the battle so farther away, it is going to be a cause of problem when you'll have to battle not only with one team but maybe 2 to 3 teams altogether. On the way, Team T2K, Train to Kill, have made sure to procure one of the best compounds on the grounds of Riverside.
Yes, but at the same time, let me remind all those people, these teams are going to have a Huppel battle, and we will be able to see which is that one team which could actually, consider this to be a blessing for themselves. We all know that each of these players or each of these teams on the higher ground will have an advantage. But at the same time, I do believe that, when they're on the lower ground, they have a better opportunity in case they have very good snipers. All they have to do is aim at the horizon, and then when there is a head popping up over there, all they have to do is make sure they connect that headshot. And once they'll be able to do so, that will give the right kind of opening on the low grounds to actually push up and take that advantage of the team which has been knocked out. All these said and done, we're able to see that the skirmishes are still not being met. 44 people still alive. We're expecting to see the other, any kind of skirmish coming in anytime soon. As we are already predicted, when it comes to the Nepal region, before they go bonkers, they're going to make sure that they have a good rotation. They go into every look and corner of the map. They touch every look and corner. They touch every building, every tree before they come into a fight. And that is how they're able to, secure a very good placement point for themselves. But all these things said and done, we're able to see that, there's going to be a three-way Mexican standoff pretty much coming in. T2K, Charlie trying to come in pretty much closer to the side of Team 8 at this point of time. DH, they would have spotted him at this point of time. Shots being connected. He's going to be the patty in the patty in the sandwich anytime soon in case he doesn't get the right kind of backup. We're able to see that T2K have no fear whatsoever as they're going to rotate amongst the side of Team 8 and then fall back peacefully within their teammates. And this is the kind of fight we would like to see from any given team, as they're already grabbed attention. Train to Kill. Let's see what they've got in their sleeves.
Well, talking about the circle still goes northernized, and all the teams near to the southern side will have to make a move. And we can clearly see Team KM have already picked up the first knock, and let's see if they are able to confirm or no. With Rikesh using the UMP, and Lopa will be the drawer of the first blood into the first match of a Nepal chapter. With that, Team KM definitely opens the account here, turning the situation into 4v3. Reciprocation is also on, retaliation is also on, but before that, it is Yakuza want to go make sure to deliver a little bit of grenade damage. Unfortunately, not hitting the proper aim. The damage was definitely not utilized as it should have been exactly. But this battle is not going to end anytime soon until and unless one of the team is decimated. The time for disengagement is all gone. Time for battle is all on as well.
Yes, but at the same time, Yakuza wants to make sure that he gets the right kind of angle with the Max 7. Yet again, we're able to see a different kind of meta coming in over here. I can see AC-80s coming in, Woodpeckers coming in, but at the same time, the right kind of opening was given over there. The knock comes in perfectly, but at the same time, a fragger gets taken down because of the Car 98. Now a revival is pretty much important for the side of them. Nagato on the other side with that universal push is going to be trying to put up a grenade over here. Doesn't connect it properly, all thanks to a very off-angle glue wall, which was put up over there, but does connect in the second time, puts down Fragger and Yakuza. And I do believe that Nagato is going to be very much happy to get those 2 kills confirmed in his name anytime soon. It looks like Golem is going to come in and try to go in for that revival. I'm so sorry. It's going to be Maniz who will have to come in for the revival. He's not going to come in. He wants to play for placement points from here on, as Fragger is going to be bleeded out and G9 will be left out with 1 player.
With only 1 man remaining, how long will he be able to survive? Coming back to Team KM as a trios, 3 frags. It is the equal trade that they have earned. 3 frags earned, 3-man roster alive on the grounds of Riverside. We did see Team T2K taking the rotation, very good rotation through the grounds of Peak. But if you have a look at Shipyard, here is also a massive massacre happening. Total of 4 teams here battling against each other with the Woodpecker into the hands of Team NXT. Dragork will be the man to use it, and this is none other others team, but 2B Gamers. Player was taken down definitely, but the kill could not be confirmed. And that is what exactly we were talking about into the start of the day, where you are able to take a knock, but you need to make sure you register that kill. That is how you're going to register the points into your point card or point table. Let's see who is going to take down whom. For now, it is going to be 11 teams, 40 players. Circle is also going to take a shift. Imagine if Shipyard is abandoned by the circles, and if it is, 4 teams will be chasing for the safe zone, and it is going to be even more interesting factor happening there. If you have a look at team AD4, they are looking very, very safe. Blimp above the Shipyard. Where is it going to give a drop? That is going to be a question for sure, but the priority question is, where does the circle go? Will it go centralized? And it does go a little bit centralized, but still dominant towards the northern side. A little, some parts of the Shipyards are still within the circle. Should not be a chaos for team like CNQ. Sundar spotted, delivered a lot of damage, and is being taken down, fell to death. Now this is the very first knock that we have seen throughout the tournaments where the players are taken down by falling. Fall damage is intense.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't see why RG is not giving backup to their teammates. I mean, they could have given a cover fire and revive his teammates, probably would have fallen to it. They could have come in with a different kind of a gameplay. But at the end of the day, team RG is taking advantage of all these things. They want to make sure that they collect more kills collect kills as much as possible. I do believe it was not RG who went down. It was the side of team number 4. I'm not getting to see which that name was. Probably G9. Yes, Gravity gets eliminated as well. 10 teams remaining. 36 players at this point of time. Team NXT and RG pretty much in close proximity with one another. We are still able to see that CNX, after losing 2 players, they would want to make sure that they stick together. A sniper shot coming from the side of Stalker. I think he's at this point of time being stalked by other teams. He has to watch out for that, shots being connected to him at this point of time. Stalker doesn't connect that shot even though a player was in his crosshairs. He's waiting for his angle. He wants to make sure that the second one is going to be a kill. At this point of time, we're able to see the grenades are coming in. Charlie confirms one player with a grenade, calling in for a drop on the top of the tower. It's going to be something unique, but at the same time, it's going to reveal his location, and I would like to see how he's going to counter-attack that.
How are they counter-attacked? Plans are created, but will they be able to execute? On the course, there is some execution happening, coming in from Team NXT to be Gamer. On the other side, with only 1 frag confirmed, and imagine they did take so many knocks, and it was the other team taking away the knocks and confirmations. Dark Horses are eliminated by Team KM. KM is the team to get the first blood into their hands, and let's see how far can they continue. On the course, Circle is again going to take a shift with only 5 minutes remaining. 8 teams and 26 players. This time, Shipyard is not going to be the part of Circle. Team T2K with 4 frags and a 2-man roster alive made sure to reach the Circle, because that has to be a priority by not going down by the wrath of the zone. Team KM on the other side of the bridge. T2K beneath the bridge of the dam. Let's see how are they going to retaliate with each other. How are they going to fight against each other. And one of the man of Team T2K, Nitesh, is quite too far away within the blue zone, struggling to reunite with his teammate. Let's see how is this reuniting possible with 4 teams in their way. Royal Gurkha again coming into the action against Team 2B Gamers. Team NXT fighting against each other. Team RG has got a total of 2 frags for themselves with no loss of players, but for Team NXT it is 1 frag with no loss of players, and these are the 2 teams who have to also race for the safe zone. On the other side, it is going to be Team GB. It was taken down, but was also resurrected right on time, so should not be the cause of concern. What the real concern is, grenade being cooked and the advantage of height with the grenade launcher being used here. Grenades coming into the action. Naruto is able to take down 1 player, and over here Team GB with 1 man down on his knees. Will the revival come in handy, or is it going to be bleed to death coming in? Anam, Lama, the team has been decimated by Team NXT.
Yeah, but let's see how things are going to turn out, as we're able to see that the play zone is also doing much of damage. Team TG are not going to stop themselves at this point of time. Naruto gets taken down. Revival at this point of time will be pretty much dangerous for them. GB on the other side gets eliminated. 2 players already down. KM on the other side have Nagato got taken down. Golem and Lopa have a lot of job to do at this point of time. Let's see how things will turn out, as NXT are not going to stop, but eventually will be put to an end from the side of Team RG. They're going to pick up Vegeta very clearly at this point of time and make it inside the circle. Grenades are being being cooked by Charlie. He knows that, it's going to be possible for him to take a player down, and he does take him. And it's going to be the second one coming in a bit more closer. And the second one could be giving it an opening for the third kill as well. But let's see how things will turn out, as cover fire coming in from the side of Team DG will be restricting Charlie from taking another good frag. They're taking down another good player. Golem on the other side has already connected some shots. Let's see how things will turn out, as 5 teams are going to group up with one another. And it looks like team number 5 and team number 7 could be the survivors at the end to take the final fight to the booyah.
Absolutely, could be one of the team who might take away the booyah. With RG having only one man alive with KM, 2 players are alive. All the teams are almost handicapped here, losing some players while battling. But there's one team who have got the maximum amount of players surviving, playing, and it is going to be none other than Team DG, the team who focused on reviving more. Well, on the court, Nitesh will be the man who is able to take down one knock using the DJ heal ability right on time, and also trying to make a move towards the circle so that he doesn't get self-eliminated by the choke of blue zone beneath the bridge. Beyond the bridge, the fight is under the bridge as well. Charlie here racing for confirming the frag with the double shotgun attacks, and he is able to take down one more player on the way. 1v3 will be the situation here while other 2 teams are battling. One player is trying to hold, and train to kill is again put to shut down by Team TG. The team with maximum members alive has definitely got a chance to get the booyah, but Lopa beyond above the bridge, not being able to go for the firepower here, having the grenade launcher, we can anticipate a heal battle coming in.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't think so. He's got the right kind of, healing abilities over here. 4 players with 1 health kit with each other will be able to do something unique over here. But at the same time, Lopa has got to think something different over here. He calls in for a smoke, I do believe, and that is what he's trying to do. He's trying to restrict, he's trying to attract the, attract the extra complete squad at this point of time. He wants to go in for the heal battle, goes in for the first and the only heal he's got. He's got to get eliminated. And I do believe that's going to be an easy booyah coming in for the side of Dada game. Flames at this point of time. What a way to get into this game. The first booyah coming in out in their name. And I do believe these flames is going to be attached to all the other teams for a long period of time as they get burned down. For now, let's not forget how the other teams have also played out until here, because the booyah being gamed by the side of Dada gang. Flames, I do believe that's a good start for them, but the other teams have also got a decent number of kills and placement points for themselves. So I'm looking forward to see the overall points table to see how things are going to stand out.
Absolutely, how the things are going to stand out. I liked one of the strategies coming in from Dada gang. They did not allow the players to get eliminated. They made sure to revive the teammate even within the blue zone, even when they were struggling to enter the circle, but they made sure to survive. And I think the members that they save helped them definitely to get the booyah. And the last man had the grenade launcher standing right in front of him. I don't know, he could have just gone ahead, given some random pot shots. Maybe he could have got some extra kill points because he had nothing to lose. He had only one health kit to work out with. So maybe he could have gone for trial and error basis because he had already procured the second position for the very first match for the day. But maybe there might be some hindrances coming in way, or maybe he was left with no ammo whatsoever. The question marks are still going to be on. But with that, we also have an exclamation mark booyah for Dada gang with the very first match for the day from the Nepali chapters. And it is World Esports Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying. And to enjoy more, make sure to invite your family and friends to have a great conversation, and also the predictions, just like me and Arka into. But once again, the story repeats, no predictions are working whatsoever.
But at the same time, at one point of time when was the last man standing, rather than putting a smoke towards himself, he could have rather put it down and restricted the views of the enemies so that he could have an advantage of looking down and seeing where the actual enemies are, and then trying to take down 1 or 2 players and giving them an advantage. Because I do believe when there are 3 to 4 players standing down, they would choose one person to go in for a heal battle rather than all of them, right? So they'll give all their health kits to one person and make sure that you go in for a heal battle. We'll make sure we'll restrict the opponents, and trying to take that one person down will give an advantage for them. Right now we'll be looking at the map wise scorecard, which is going to come up, giving the maximum rank points to the team on top. DG are going to get a total of 16 points, all thanks to the rank points of 12 and 4 kill points. Then Train to Kill was the team which was actually balancing and playing it really well. T2 T2K gets 8 rank points and 6 skill points, and I do believe that's more than enough for them to put up 14 points. KM on the other side, these were the teams which we were looking forward to see whether they'll get the booyah. They have done maximum number of job for themselves, 14 points for themselves. Royal Gurkha Esports not far behind, just 1 point away, 13 points, 7 rank points, 6 skill points. Armor of 4 with just 3 kill points, 9 points for them. 2B Gamer is going to get 7 points. So it looks like, the top 4 teams are having a neck to neck fight, and the fifth and the sixth team are pretty much not far behind. All they have to do is get 4 to 5 kill points more than the others in the next game to make sure that they cover up to what they have lost in this game. The next part of the table is going to tell a very different story.
Absolutely, it is going to tell us a very different stories about how many points have they been able to earn. If you look at the very bottom of the scoreboard, NPL Gorkhas, Nepal Gorkhas have gone empty-handed with a 0 score, no kills for Gunstingers as well. They were able to procure that one standing point. And if you have a look at Gravity 9, this is the team who could not get the standing points but were able to get that one standing point. Coming back to Anam Lama with 3 standing points as well, Gangbang with 4 standing points as well. Dark Horses were able to balance it out, but they need to make sure they level up the balance with only 2 and 2 score coming both way. It is definitely not going to be sufficient enough to reach in top 5, top 6. And to the viewers who are new here coming in from Nepal segment, I would want to say only 4 teams out of Group 1, which is today, are going to qualify towards the next stage for the day.
This at the same time, Nepal, Gorkhes. I just want to see what these teams are actually thinking at this point of time, because they couldn't, take any kind of rank points or kill points for themselves. They'll be looking, they'll be in the path of redemption, and they'll be trying to see how well they can come up and formulate the next game, because they need to secure a booyah or probably get 10 plus points to make sure that they have a fight or a chance or a good chance of making it into the top 3 early on. But at the same time, for all those new teams who have come in, huge congratulations to you for making it so far. But at the same time, you're fighting out the best. So even though the best are not looking for the back, it's time for you guys to look out for your backs. At the same time, for all those viewers who are watching in, if you are a new person coming into the stream, do not forget to select a team and cheer for them, because all your support is pretty much required for everybody. And I do believe that you guys have a small window to call in your friends to watch into this game, because the next game is going to be coming up soon. It's going to be the map of Purgatory, where we can expect things to be a little more different. We were able to see just 1 or 2 grenadiers coming into this game. Yes, they did do the right kind of damage, get the right kind of kills, but at the same time, mid-range guns were used more over here. AC-80s were coming into play, Woodpeckers were coming into play. I want to see M10s were coming into play, but Max 7 seems to be, it looks like India was all into shotguns. Pakistan was all into snipers, and Nepal is going to take a mix of these two and try to get it into this game. And I do believe that is going to be continuing a little more from here on. Let's see how things will turn out for others as well, as we'll be stepping into the map of Purgatory. Before we step into that, Tanya, what do you have to say about the teams? Like, are you expecting something new coming in from any kind of teams? Because we will see that Nepal Gorkhes were able to come out in the bottoms, where we thought that they were the teams which could perform really well. We know that Train to Kill were the teams which could have played well.
Yeah.
They have played well. Royal Gurkhas were also one team we
Yeah.
were looking out for. To be Gamer, what do you have to say about this team as well?
2B gamers are also still into the upper half of the leaderboard. Once you are there into the very start of the day, all you have to do is level up gradually, slowly. You might be able to go with the positive boost and qualify into top 4. But that is definitely not going to be enough for sure, because we have seen some
Yep.
teams who are immediately going ahead to get the booyah, rather getting for the kill points, because the team to get the booyah beyond position 1 is the team with a little lesser amount of flags compared to what other teams had to show. Just like teams
Yep.
like Train to Kill, one other team which was Royal Gurkha, they were the highest fraggers, not being able to get a booyah, but still with the buffer points of being only 2, the tables are going to change anytime sooner. And next map being the
Yep.
map of Purgatory, though it is one of the most textbook map kind of a match, but still the rotations are very, very tricky, with the 3 islands involved, mainland having one more tiny island, and lots of water routes, though those are involved within the map of Purgatory. Rotations are never too easy, because circles do tend to take some hard shift, where the central city, which was into the first circle, completely gets shunned by the circles and goes into the mainland. Same goes for the western island. So over here I'm not expecting much, because if the map of Bermuda was played by lots and lots of rotations involved. I think this is again going to be a map filled with rotations where the players are going to disengage, except for Moat House, where the players would want to go ahead for the safer approach, and three teams having the same strategy, going for Moat House for the safer or the passive play, and then getting themselves involved into the battles. So maybe Brasilia or Moat House might be the location where we can see the early casualty happening.
But at the same time, one thing which I like about the Nepal chapter over here is, even though you have an opportunity to gatekeep people, you're still not holding back. You're still going
Yeah.
in for rotation and trying to make sure that you come into the same circle rather than taking those fights. And that seems to be a very, very unique strategy coming in from them. The reason why I like this strategy is very simple, because at the end of the day, you won't have any tension of somebody backstabbing you or getting third party, right? You'll be coming in, getting a head off battle with somebody in the rotation side, and when you make it into the circle, it's going to be helpful. There are some disadvantages to it, where you could have held on to your position, welcome people with, let get some kills in your name, but that is going to burn your resources. So I do believe that they were thinking it in a right sense, but none of them had good health kits in their name. No healings coming in from any of these teams will actually be a very big disadvantage for them. I hope that they'll be looking forward to get more of those, because in the end circles, we are able to see in other teams that they were able to get some health kits in the name, because I do believe it was the Indian or the Pakistan chapter, where there were teams outside the circle and they were going for a heal battle rather than
Hmm.
taking a fight in the top four. But over here, the story is different. Nobody's got health kits to go in for that fight outside the circle. So looking forward to see more health kits being taken from the side of Nepal chapter into the next game. I'm also wanting to see whether we'll be able to see more kills being counted over here, because we're able to see an average of 5 to 6 is what we were able to see, where we don't have any kind of beasts coming in to get 10 plus
Hmm.
kills. So the chapters are different, the strategies are different, but we'll get to see a lot more different when it comes to the next game, where there are teams who will have to step up to unleash their beast to get 10 plus kills.
Yeah, definitely the Grand Booyah is required. Let's see who is going to procure that. But, ladies and gentlemen, to see that we are heading towards the next map for the day, which is Purgatory. It is day one for map number 2, Group 1, Nepal chapter. And if we have a look at the flight path, it is going to be diagonally splitting the northwestern side towards southeastern side. Let's see how everything is going to take a role. Spread out should not have been a problem. With Southern Island, none of the players are willing to go there. Western Island being highly populated, Brasilia the location where the rainbow color should have been seen, but it is not there as well. Early casualties were expected near to the central city. Ultimately, it is going to be Team to be gamers deciding to go
Oh.
ahead towards the Southern Island, and what a chaos near to the ski lodge as well. It is going to be Team Gun going ahead towards the highest resource zone, and what early battle spotted on the Western Island. We have got a first casualty within the first minute of landing.
Yup, let's see how things will turn out. We thought that Nepal team is not going to go for an early skirmish, but it looks like they're not going to stop themselves. Rohan has got the right kind of gun at this point of time with that plasma gun. Unlimited bullets is what he'll be choosing to. He wants to confirm this player, and this is what things are turned out. But a trade comes in, a beautiful trade to be specific. A paraffil shot coming in from far away is going to put him down and confirm him as well. NG will be losing 2 players, but a good trade of 1 kill will right now be restricting the side of Team GB. Sword running out. Swore running out in the open with that gun. Let's see how things will turn out for him. He's also got a very specific gun in his artillery at this point of time, and this specific gun will give that right kind of firepower. A very good one to be used. Take down 2 walls as well. All he has to do is wait for it to, he cool up, and he's going to have unlimited bullets in his name as well. Crest on the other side of M16A4, and I would want to see how he's going to connect shots, as 2 players are concentrating the fire at him, and he'll have to make sure he takes down 1, or else it could be the end of the story for him. And it looks like that's the end of the story, and that's going to be an early elimination coming in within the 2 minutes of this game.
And the 2 minute of the game, Ski Lodge it is, trained to kill, and it is going to be a confirmation as well. Charlie, the man to survive until the final circle for the map of Bermuda, is taken down first from the team, and against him it is going to be Team C and 2 conquerors is what I anticipate here. The situation is turning 4v3, all 4 players pushing in from different direction, and the players from Team Train to Kill are choked within the interiors of Ski Lodge. Let's see how are they going to fight, and on the grounds of Forge, Team Gun have been able to take 1 frag. Pawan will be the man stand to get that frag, and they are again making a move using the zip line, trying to again race away from any battles coming their way. Now that is something interesting. I don't know if they've got an handshake agreement with each and every team passing by, that they don't want to pick up battle until it is the third or the fourth circle coming in. But if we have a look at Team Train to Kill, now we can expect a different sort of a gameplay coming in, approaching as well. Coming to Team GB, they look very proud of themselves with 3 frags already and no loss of players. Now with 11 teams and 40 players, the scenario has again changed with the map coming in. In the map of Bermuda, we did not see any casualties happening so immediately, but in the map of Purgatory, where the crash landings were seen on the grounds of Western Island, there the players have lost, the frags have been earned, but still a long journey to go.
Yeah, but at the same time, I really like the gameplay coming in from the side of Gangbang. Now they're not going to stop themselves. They'll be trying to move around here and there, making sure that they do not get into the crosshairs of anybody. On the side of Blue Zone, we were able to see there was a team. Team GB on the other side. Looks like they're going to hold off to the sniper towers, depending that the zone is going to be falling there pretty much close to them. T2K is not going to stop themselves. These are the teams, I strongly feel that, Train to Kill are that one team who can actually, come out in a very different gameplay, because they can unleash their beast and try to take in. Guns on the other side does see that there's a team come up a bit more closer. Rajan is going to take that M18, but not going to take that fight because he realizes he's a lone man over there in that compound. He's going to fall back. This is what I said. The good sense of gameplay coming in from their side. He's going to, make sure that his teammate are getting to know that there's a team approaching. They're going to come in and give him some cover fire, but at the same time, they're going to make sure that, they regroup as soon as possible. T2K on the other side, the 3 men standing against the 4 men standing from the side of the gun. So let's see how things will turn out from here on, but we'll be able, but I really, want to see how things will turn from here on.
Again, we got to see the freeze bomb coming in, not only Pakistan chapter, but in Nepal chapter as well. We are able to see some utilities coming in, some different sort of a play set coming in, and the highest resource loot zone. Well, I would definitely want to see some hand cannons knocks also coming in from Team Gun. Let's see how many more are they going for, because they are stuck into the chimney, because they're on the lower grounds. They're not going to get the exact view required. But if we have a look at Nitesh, though they are as a trio, but they are on the upper grounds. They've got the advantage of height there. With that, they also have earned or managed to gain the perfect 360 required to pick up a battle, long distance battle. And Nitesh definitely has got a VSS to work out with. He's able to deliver a lot of damage, and it was not sufficient enough. Barca will survive to see another day, and Nitesh is going to heal himself up. Now I'm afraid about how long will he be able to survive, because he definitely showed his exact location where he is.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's an off-angle build being held by the other side as well. So Train to Kill are that one team who can actually take down a player and a half before they go down. So let's see how things will turn out, as Anish will be the person who is this point of time taking most of the damage with that vector. Let's see how things are going to turn out for him. Pawan on the other side with that Rajan. Pawan, everybody. I mean, 3 players have got an M18 in their hand, and they're trying to make the best use of it. But on the other side, we can see Rajan gets taken down because of the placement being held by the side of T2K. Once they know that they've taken down a player, this is what they'll be able to do. Pratham gets taken down. A push comes in from the side of Anish, takes down another player, and a good gameplay coming in with that dual vector. Could have taken down one more player, but eventually gets taken down. Basa will be the last man standing from the side of Gun. He's either have to revive his teammate, or he'll have to do something different. He's running out in the open in the crosshairs of Nitesh at this point of time. Nitesh takes him down, and a good gameplay coming in from the side of T2K is what I would like to say. Not a good gameplay coming in from the side of GB, but T2K, what a gameplay. 3 men standing in all different directions. Nobody was close to one another, but NXT comes in as a third party. They hear the whole story happening over here. Nitesh will be becoming a little more clever, trying to run away from this fight, but NXT on the other side takes one frag away from him. This is a different game altogether.
And Team Train to Kill, the team within top 3, gets decimated by Team NXT. Dragor will be the man to procure the highest amount of frags for himself. Upgraded the armor for now. 9 teams and 28 players still within the lobby. If you have a look at Team GB, they are looking very content from the start after picking up 3 frags. They're not making a move. Neither are they initiating any battles, or also not even scouting about which angle should be the perfect one to get to the knock, or maybe avoiding any battles. But it is Gururu who who is able to spot one of the enemies outside the circle. He has got a gatekeeping opportunity. Against him is going to be Golem coming in from Team KM. He has been attacked from all two different directions. Let's see who is going to confirm the kill. Is it going to be Gururu or is it going to be Fragger? Fragger needs to open his account, we can expect, but it is a good strategy. Two different players using the members advantage here and are trying to attack from two different angles, where saving himself should be a problem. Indeed it is. The small fence cover is not going to work wonders from here, and the different angle coming in from Fragger with the Fama scope in, scope out. It is going to be the fourth frag for themselves, and Team KM gets eliminated. And now this is the time for G9 to make a move towards the circle, which should not be a cause of concern because there is no team who is sharing the grounds, at least not for now.
Yep, let's see how things will turn out. For now, Gravity 9 have to make sure that either they bring more gravity against the opponents or either fly in the air to take them down. But at the same time, NXT are playing a very, very different gameplay according to me. I mean, they're not, their rotations, they're making sure that they keep their eyes open wherever they go. They hear some firing happening here or there. They're going to pick up those, third-party fires. They're going to pick up some kills over there. Then they go in for a rotation yet again in the corners of the zone. They do not want to make it inside the circle early on itself. So things are working out for the side of NXT for now. Let's see how things will turn out for the other teams, as we're able to see that this circle is going to be a bit more troublesome, because we all know that there's going to be some ridges to hold on for. There's going to be some very limited compounds to hold on for. And I would want to see which is that one team who's going to stay in the open, because I do believe Purgatory is going to be a map which is going to be won if you stay in the open rather than inside the compounds.
Absolutely. You need to be in the open, but also have some sort of a hard cover to work out with, because you really never know how when your glue walls are going to get finished up, and the soft covers also do not work for as long as the hard compounds do. I like this wooden houses as well, where Team DGXF are holding themselves. No frags, lost one player. If you have a look at Circle, Circle does consist of a tiny bit part of Motown, and there was only one team there. So AO4 did pick up the advantage of landing there, and also delayed rotation should not cost them anything until and unless Team CNQ decides to keep an eye on that direction. If they're aware about any team landing onto the grounds of Moat House, they can get some kills here. But we can also expect the reciprocation coming in. Talking about Team G9 as a duo, they made the move. Circle was not far away. It was an easy way. Coming back to Team Royal Gurkha as a trio, they have also made their way towards the circle. We can expect an early battle now brewing up between two teams. Let's see who initiates where. And if I'm not mistaken, it was Team DGF who sharing the grounds with one other team. I don't exactly know which that team was, but it was, yeah, it was. So let's see who initiates the fight. How?
Yeah, Team GB at this point of time with all foremen standing with 3 frags already in their name. They're still trying to hold back at this point of time. They really don't want to come out in the open and, try to take those fights. Actually a good compound to hold off until a grenade is going to come into that, window and make sure that it takes down 2 to 3 players of yours. NXT on the other side still going in for rotation. GB Maxim on the other side has taken down a player completely with the grenade, with the sniper. I'm so sorry. There's a headshot coming in from his side. I want to see how that fight is going to turn out as DGF on the other side. Now, this is one team to watch out for from my side. So let's see how things will turn out for them.
Let's see how the things are going to turn for them. Is it going to be in their favor or into the opponent's favor? Because with every single circle created, the tables are turned in terms of losing the advantage of circle to losing the advantage of height. For now, hard compounds is still into the favor of Team GB, and they are looking quite content, safe for way too long. Now they need to make sure that they enter into some sort of a battle. Coming back to Team DGF, they dodged the battle and they have made their move towards the interior side of the circle. The interiors of the circle. And finally, why was the vehicle blast spotted here? Who did it? Well, we exactly don't know that, but the vehicles are definitely put up to blast with no casualties, let alone casualties. No damage also was delivered.
Yep, let's see how things will turn out, as the next zone at this point of time is going to make sure that everybody goes bonkers. DH on the other side won't they're not going to mind burning the resources with that woodpecker trying to connect some shots. Let's see how things will turn out for them, and and I would want to see which is that one team which will be able to come in closer to any kind of hard compound or covers at this point of time, because we all know that these circles are not going to be that easy for them to take a rotation from here on. An open field fight, everything is going to be a head-on frontal battle. Rohan connects the shot, he'll be able to put 1% down, but Rohan is going to get exchanged, but they have a very good cover to go in for a revival. But at the same time, it's not like Team GH do not have grenades are going to be cooked in against them at this point of time. 1 HP revival is what has come up over there with the right kind of glue wall being set up at one corner. At the same time, Team DH have realized that this is not the fight for them to take. They'll have to rotate and make it inside the circle where there's nobody on their eastern side. So good rotation from them will be helpful. We're able to see that DHA on the other side is still getting damage and holding that position. GB, they're burning their resources for now. Let's see how much more resources will be held out. We're able to see 1 grenade coming in from one hand, 3 health kits, snipers coming in. We can see that DH on the other side, they've not got helmet to deal with. Things are not looking out good for these two teams as they're burning most of their resources.
Well, definitely. The things are not on the brighter side, and they might be gate kept as well. This is the perfect opportunity to get some kills over here. But I like the way how rotations are also coming in. They're not entering through the warehouse or maybe the barn house where Team GB is. They're going for the longest route available, and over there's nobody to gatekeep them. Maxim realizing that he is losing kill points here, racing into the open, and now that is something risky that he's trying to go ahead and pick up the battle. On the course, Team DH have made a move and also successfully entered the circle. Not only entered the circle but also got the advantage of the ridge, and he has got a very good preview of the opponent. Team GB here has also started giving some shots, delivered some damage, and the use of glue walls came in handy, due to which the knock could not be confirmed, but the player rehealed himself. Use of medkit, use of glue wall, use of ammo, and the shots, no result coming in. And this is exactly what happens into the long range battles these teams are trying to pick up against each other.
Yep, let's see how things will turn out, as this circle is going to bring more friends closer to one another. Let's see who's going to remain foes and friends from here on. We can see that Team DS is still not stopping themselves. They've got a bit more closer at this point of time. But Team DG from behind is going to backstab them, get one player down. The second one is already down. The confirmation will also be coming in. Maxim on the other side is going to be confirming 2 players at one shot, I do believe. And that is how things are going to turn out for the side of Team DH. 2 players surviving, having a very good compound. The next circle is going to be something very unique, as we can see that 3 teams have to fight out with one another before making it inside the circle. And it looks like GB Maxim is still not stopping himself. A good grenade being cooked over there. One player gets taken down. A confirmation might be coming in as well. Team GB pretty much in the open, in the low ground, still not getting any kind of headshot on themselves. On the other side, 80, 84, still giving some damage with the grenades, confirming kills as well. 11 and 1 on one side, 3, 8 and 7 on the other, 10 inside the circle.
10 inside the circle. Let's see, is the team within the circle going to take away a booyah with only 4 more minutes remaining? Who is going to take away the booyah? If you have a look at Team AO4, they are on the advantage of height. They are within the circle, but how long will that advantage lie will be the question. But before that, with Mini 14, Rohan has got some very good shots to deliver. With that delivery, he's able to confirm 1 frag for himself, and Team DG Flame is put to flames here, and Team NXT will also be the part of it while they're ending them, shutting them down. Coming back to Team DH, no frags whatsoever, only 2 players surviving. Heaven Compounds is one of the compounds to procure within the 3rd or 4th circle. But if you have a look at right now, 3 teams here, exchange of grenades. Royal Gurkhas here got 3 kills to confirm, and the grenade exchange is still on the way. Let's see what is Jetta up to. He is in the cover of the glue walls, trying to go back foot, and now the grenades are coming in. Indeed, it was grenade launcher that was coming in. With the grenade launcher, Jetta is the last man on his feet with 3 HP left. Royal Gurkhas are decimated here.
Yeah, but at the same time, Team GB is the team which I really like over here, because they're making sure that they steal kills rather than burning the resources to putting people down. At the same time, no glue walls, no grenades coming in from most of their side. On the other side, NXT are the team which is doing most of the damage. They're taking down people one after another. D4, 84 on the other side, the last man standing, wants to go and take the fight to the enemies at this point of time. I don't know how well things are going to turn out for him. He's got that M10 to work out for, but eventually he's going to be put out as well. NXT will be the first team who's going to get 11 kills in their name. We were speaking about it. DR4 will be the man who will be leading in the front, getting 5 kills in his name. GB on the other side with 6 kills. Let's see whether this exchange is going to bring up a 10 man and 10 table battle, because only 2 players left out at this point of time. The advantage still being on the side of Team GB. They do not have to go anywhere. They'll have to wait out and allow the others to come in. But Stalker is not going to stop. Take down one player. Rowan is also pretty much in their crosshairs. Last man is going to be Maximum. Maxmi is going to be the Maxim is going to be the person who's going to be taken down. He's going to be revived as well. NXT is going to push in. They have a lot of job to do at this point of time. Grenades and snipers should come into play from the side of team number 3. Let's see how things will turn out for NXT. Are cooking up a grenade launcher. It is coming up, pretty much landing in front of Rohan at this point of time, who has pretty much hard cover. Maxim on the other side is trying to push in. Grenade launcher is going to put him down as well. And let's see how things will turn out, as everything is going wrong for the side of Team GB. The last man standing behind this blue wall is pretty much in the process of Stalker. He's going to be connecting that shot, putting him down as well, and a booyah coming in for them. GB doing the right kind of job. Statement was being done by me. The NXT is going to be getting that job. GB on the other side, the statement was put by them that they have the right kind of cover, but they were not inside it, and that was the biggest problem for them. NXT on the other side, a good booyah for them, but GB, it was all in your game, in your hands, but you guys threw it out.
Well, not only good, but excellent booyah procured. With being less in numbers, being outside the circle, and still being able to win the booyah, that is an achievement within itself. And with massive 15 frags to earn, they used all weaponaries that they had. We got to see grenade launcher there. We got to see MA2B being used there. We also got to see freeze bombs being used there. They mastered all the weapons. They went all in, and they struggled hard while chasing towards the team who had advantage of number, who had advantage of hard cover, who had advantage of every single aspect to be watched out for. But ultimately, turning the tables was not very difficult for teams like 2B Gamer, the name that we have talked about from the very start. Congratulations to 2B Gamer and this sort of a battle. Well, certainly, I think the tables have turned. 2B Gamer have definitely managed to reach into top 2 for sure.
Yep, and I really like to see how well they'll be able to execute the next game, because right now they've got a very good momentum. The rotation worked out so well for them. That is what we would like to see from that team, right? 2B Gamers are a team which do not want to back off from a fight. They are the only team when it comes to Nepal sector who wants to go in and third party, wants to complete a fight and then go in for the next one. But at the same time, the rotation was so perfectly planned by the side of IGL that every time they went in, they found someone vulnerable rather than a team which was actually on their feet. So every time they knew that there's a vulnerable team in front of them, they did not hesitate to take that bullet and put them down. And because of which 27 points where they'll be able to secure on the top with 12 rank points and 15 kill points. And I do believe this is one of those teams who've got 15 kill points in the name. Right behind them is going to be Gangbang. This team, as I said, I really liked their gameplay in the beginning. I said, and it turned out to be a statement for me for a brief period of time. At the same time, 6 kills for them, 9 placement points, very well played. 15 points on an average is what we could expect from a team getting on the second spot. After them is going to be the Arms of 4, the team I did not expect to perform so well. Lama was the team after that, which I did not expect to perform well. These two were the teams pretty much in the bottom in the previous game. They are able to bounce back with 11 and 9 thanks to the rank points which they were able to secure because of the biggest chunk being chewed by the side of 2B Gamer of 15 kills. The rest are going to not cross more than 5 apart from Gangbang.
Absolutely, it is so good to see 2B Gamer getting total of 15 kill points, and the position next where position 2 is by Gangbang. They've got total of 15 points. That shows how massive this game was, and they've also managed to create the buffer of 12 points there. Talking about the bottom half of the leaderboard of map Purgatory, NPL Gorkha with one team. Once again, this is the team spotted on the rock bottom, and Gunstinger with 2 points as well, 2 frag points, no standing points to work out with. And if you have a look at the team Dark Horse as well, certainly they were able to stay alive for way too long, but on the way they could not get those required kill points. And if you have a look at Dada Gang, we did see some good frags coming in from this team into the map of Bermuda, also been able to take the booyah points into the first map, but ultimately they are not able to retain what they earned. And talking about KM Esports, this was also the team into top 6, now down within the bottom 6. This is exactly again topsy-turvy happening here. The teams into the bottom half are trying to get into top 6. Top 6 players have gone down to bottom down, and this is exactly it. Might continue to do so, but there's one team who grew very strongly. That is nothing but 2B Gamer Team NXT. Here we go ahead with the overall scorecard, and this is exactly what they were wanting for. Look at the balance, 17 and 17, and total points coming in are 34, and they have created a 13 buffer points against team like Royal Gurkha with total of 21 points. Dada Gang still sharing the score here on position 3, but having lesser kills is equal to going down, and Arms of 4 is on position 4 with 20 points. The digit 2s are over here. From then we are going to get the units of 1, digits of 10s, and over here 19 points by Gangbang in KM Esports with 18 points.
Yes, that's going to be a close fight for the top 4, as we can see that the first place pretty much in the hands of 2B Gamers at this point of time. If they continue to get an average of 10 for the rest of the game, they'll be holding the top spot. But the second, third and fourth is where it's going to be challenged between the side of Royal Gurkhas, Dada Gang, Arms of 4, Gangbang and KM Esports, because they all have a difference of just 3 to 4 points, and that is not going to matter much as we're going to progress into the next. 18 points coming in from KM Esports. I want to see what is the pointers on the 7th position, because on the 7th position, if the story remains to be same, then I do believe even they have a fighting chance. And let's see, yes, they still have a fighting chance, because just 1 point away. Train to Kill can also make it on the top. We can see that Anam Lama on the other side, they have 12 points. Dark Horses on the 10, Gravity 9 on 8. The bottom two, the Gunstingers and NPL Gorkhes, are the only two teams who will have to, come up with a different kind of gameplay, because the strategies have so far, which coming in from their side, are not turning out. They have to come up, especially Gunstingers have to come up to sting their players. At the same time, MPL have to do something different to get more than 10 points in consecutive 4 matches to actually make it on the top, or else things are going to be very bad for them, because they've already crushed down so bad that they still have just, in amongst the 6 games left, only 4 games, and those 4 games, 40 points is average what they'll need to make it at least into the top of the table.
Absolutely. They will have to make sure they are consistent enough to procure 10 to 12 points every single matches for 4 back-to-back matches remaining for the day. But if you have a look at team like Train to Kill, now that is something unexpected again happening. A strong team stumbling down into the bottom half of the leaderboard. The team from whom we expect too much. And now once again, there's a reputation from the team whom we expect is always underperforming. So now I have decided I'm not expecting from any of the teams. I'm waiting for the best of the plays coming in. And talking about the best of the plays, next is going to be the map of Kalahari. How beautifully the players of team NXT 2B Gamer went ahead with the M8 2B Nox with that small key point pixel available through the window peak. He was able to take down 1 knock, 1 into the open area. Imagine if the snipers are working so strong into the map of Purgatory coming in from team like NXT. What comes next into the map of Kalahari, which is the map of snipers?
Yeah, B2 Gamers, one more thing which I liked about them, it's a very basic common sense which most of the teams do not realize, and that is this, that M82B can actually give damage through the glue wall. And I do understand why people with M82B are not taking those risks to try to, predict that a player could be at this corner of the glue wall and try to connect those shots. And that become a big advantage for their side. And I do see that 2B Gamers are actually taking advantage of it in the previous game. Even though M82B were used, this was the only team which was actually taking those shots. Apart from this, I think from the side of Gangbang also, they were trying to, there was one player, he was also trying to connect some shots with that M82B. I don't know whether he used it through the glue wall, but still, on an average, we are able to see that there are few teams who are understanding the basics of this game and actually making use of it. And let's see whether the other snipers of this game will also be able to use it and take advantage of it. And if they're able to do so, that is the only way they'll be, giving a good fight towards the side of 2B Gamers.
Well, M8 2B Gamers, it is definitely a little bit of tongue twister coming in, but M8 2B is one of the weapons to watch out for. Highly damage delivering weapon. And on the map of Kalahari, I would want to see K9, because if we talk about the entire day, one thing that is missing is no bolt action rifle was seen by far. So I would want to see that, because we did see some casualties happening through VSS attacks with the Reaper bullet. How Nitesh was able to confirm that knock. sleeper bullet also worked wonders there on the map of Purgatory. But talking about Kalahari, I want to see some grenade launchers dominating, going ahead with 1v4 situations on the grounds of command post, particularly. In particular, command post is the place where multiple teams decide to land into. So let's see if that is going to be the case of scenario, because I'm missing those 1v3 grenade knocks that we saw during the Indian chapter, during the Pakistan chapter. Here the players are entirely depending upon the firepower. Definitely you can depend there, but you do have some other utilities to work out with. So why not use it when you have it into your pockets?
But at the same time, the new gun which was used over here was CG-15. I saw it used
Yeah.
in the side of Pakistan as well. Let me remind you guys, that is the best gun for mid range and long range because of its accuracy, pretty much better than any other gun. It's not like it's too good, but at the same time, the range as well as the accuracy is pretty much above the 60 and 70, and I do believe that's very good gun. At the same time, somewhere I believe I saw an RG also coming in one of those hands of somebody. It's just a 3-bullet gun where you have a very good range of 100. So if you have, even if the player is pretty much far away, you can get that shot perfectly with that accuracy of 90%. You would want to have this gun in your hand in a mid-range game like in the game of Purgatory. But when it comes to the map of Kalahari, we all know that it's hard for us to find these guns. It's going to be a very good gameplay. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the third map of the day coming on our screens at this point of time. This is going to be the map of Kalahari, where we'll be able to see that snipers will be put to use. Grenades are going to be put to use as well. The flight path going on above refinery shows that it's going to be dissecting right to the center of the map, giving an opportunity for all the other teams to go to the specific drop locations, and not any kind of early skirmishes will be visible on our screens anytime soon.
Absolutely. From anytime soon, well, talking about anytime soon, here we go ahead. Highest assault food zone is being conquered by two teams. Who is going to be the victor one here? And if you have a look at Council Hall, we can see Team KM landing there, and firing shots are starting to exchange. And over here, we get the very first knock, not even a minute on the clock, and we can see crashing the legend coming in from Team DH. With that, it is a situation of 4v3, and the Flame, definitely, DG Flames are performing once again the way they performed into the map of Bermuda. A very good start, and hand cannon to work out with. This is for the very first time we are spotting hand cannon into Nepal chapter. Now that is a good usage of resources, and now if you have a look at refinery, it is a 4v4 situation. Yazuka decimated by Stalker coming in from Team 2B Gamer.
Yes, but at the same time, a 3v3 converted so early in this game is least expected. An early skirmish, even inside the blue zone, is something good to watch out for, because both the teams will have enough resources at this point of time to work out for. Fragger doesn't watch his back. Stalker comes in from behind, stalks it, but eventually was not able to connect. And look at the gun which was used. It was a Maximin, the taste of their own medicine, coming into the game as well. And NXT, the QB gamers who played so well in the previous game, at this point of time getting taken down. I think that Drago was actually using that the gun which we were speaking about, in the previous time. It was that RGS-50. You have a very good movement speed with that. He tried to use it at this point of time, was not able to execute those kills, and eventually Supreme will be the last man standing. Yes, he's holding the gun at this point of time, and let's see how well that is going to turn out for the team.
How well is it going to turn out with only Supreme remaining? Will he be able to show his supremacy? Not for so long. He was able to take down one player for sure, but then the team support comes in. Men advantage above and beyond everything else as well. On the grounds of Refinery, Team NXT, the dominant team, number one team on the leaderboard, has been put to shutdown. If you have a look at Team Dada gang here, Walt and Susie will be the two men remaining. First strike was definitely being taken here by the player Crush, but could not continue to do so. Team DH also activated their inner power with procuring 2 frags on the course of losing one player on the grounds of Foundation. What a split loot timing here it is from Team NG. Now that sounds a little more than unsafe for me, because Arms of 4 have also joined in. Grenade is being cooked. Now that can be an early knock earned here, but let's see who's going to earn knock, who's going to confirm the kill. Long way to go, and within just 3 minutes we saw that 5 players are already eliminated. Let's see how many more to go here. 4 versus 4 will be the situation.
I don't know whether which gun that was. What, that's a Mac 10, or was it, was it an MB? I still not able to understand, because we all know this new gun coming. Oh, I do understand. It was the Mac 10 which was coming to use from their side. I'm so sorry for telling it wrong. in the recent days, I'm able to see that Mac 10 is the new meta which is coming in, because in the close range fight it's pretty much stronger than an MP40 is what I've seen in the game. And I remember some of the players, I think it was Gaudru or somebody, who did explain to me that this was the gun which was being used by most of the players lately, and it looks like it's coming into play as well. But on the other side, we're able to see that, MGs are trying to cook in some grenades. It's not going into the right trajectory, due to which it's not connecting any of those shots. With that, Max 7 will have to push in a bit more stronger. Let's see how things will turn out for them, as we're able to see that team MG versus AD4, and let's see which team will be standing on top.
Which team will be standing on top with the competition being put to shut down? It is going to be the question after the end of the match. But during the match, arms of four, it is going to be Max with a perfect woodpecker attack. He's able to knock a player. But I'm afraid if it is going to end up with a confirmation real soon. They are within the hard compounds. They are within the circle, and the yellow, that is yellow circle, which is UAV light just above their head, not giving enough intel that is required. But on the grounds of foundation, we are definitely going to find some graveyards, some graves to be dug. Who is going to dig? It is going to be Cresta right now, using the MP5 glue wall, jump and race out of the battle. Now that was something last that I was expecting.
Yup, let's see how things will turn out. I'm expecting some other team to come in at this point of time, to third party them, because we can expect that to happen anytime soon. Korg and Max 7, a good combination coming in when it comes to the map of Kalahari. But let's see how things will turn out. Everybody thinks that Kalahari could be the biggest map in the Free Fire, but let me remind you guys, Kalahari is the smallest map in this game, and that is why it turns out to be unique. It's a little bit of a confusion for me. How can you use a sniper in a small map? And it looks like Kalahari is going to prove to you as to why this happens. At the same time, the team gun is not going to stop themselves. They want to make sure that they at least get a knock, or make sure that they shoot at enemies so that they fall back. But they have to realize 84 at this point of time are sandwiched between two teams. NGs on the other side are trying to come in as well. Guns on the other side are pretty much coming in a bit more closer. Let's see which team will be taking advantage. Which team will be the team which will be telling that my enemy's enemy is going to be my friend.
And let's see, we always say minus is equal to plus, and enemies is always a friend, who are going to turn themselves into a blessing in disguise. For now, a perfect gatekeeping opportunity for Arms of 4 here. Let's see how many frags will they be allowed to take, because if you have a look at in front of them, they've got gun, and if you have a look behind them, there's also an entire team waiting for them, and guns have started to come into action, have started shooting them. Now they are outside the circle. Taking such risk is always a problem, but Barca made sure to enter the circle without being put to shut down, and Team NG this time against Team Arms of 4 is able to get first knock with AC-80, a perfect weapon, mid-range weapon, yet Cord against him, that had to be worked, but unfortunately did not end up exactly how he wanted to. Jackie using the inhalers, going for the jump and shoot. They're not using enough grenades. That is my cause of concern, because ultimately they were able to get two. Once again, Chrono and double back vector coming to the action here. And what a battle coming in. Two players down on the knees. So are the three players. Megs is going ahead with the double barrel in his hand, and the last man, Mumbai, survives to see the another day by also saving his members. But will they be allowed? Will be a question. No is the answer coming in from Barca, all the way from exteriors of the circle.
Yeah, but at the same time, footsteps are being heard from the side of Team Gun at this point of time. The Stingers want to sting and make sure that they get more than one kill at this point of time. We're able to see that Mambi on the other side is the player who will be running back at this point of time. He's going to say bye for all those players pretty much close by, but he has to make sure that he gives the right kind of backup, because one man in the map of Kalahari is not easy to survive until and unless you're a player who's of a lot of caliber. Just on the other side was pretty much inside the view of the side of Team Gun. They're still not observed that he's on the upstairs. They're still trying to hold it back, but he's got a very good angle, very good hold. Catch on the other side with that corner. He was able to connect shot. Now will be a very good time for them to rush in and take him down, because he was down to 10 HP. But that fear is going to push him out of that window, and probably at this point of time, a shot being connected from them could be a beginning of the end for the side of 84. And he gets connected by the side of Rajan with an M18. Gets cleared off as well. Mambi on the other side. He has a lot of job to do. He has to run inside the circle, hold on compounds, play a different kind of gameplay, get some placement point for the team, or else this could be the beginning of the end for them.
Definitely, this could be the beginning of the end. And let's see who's going to get end here. And Charlie with the parafel delivered a wow. What a it is not Charlie. It was Anish who was able to take down. I was just wondering. And over here we can also see Sundar has also taken down Eastward. No confirmation, but I like the view of Anish and AC-80 weapon used very nicely. No frags confirmed neither from Conquerors as well as Team T2K. DJ heal ability used over here. They have also got an amphibian to work out with. And let's see if the vehicle is going to come into the action. And finally, grenades coming into the action. It is Nagato to take down Rikesh. Charlie taking down Rikesh. Exchange of grenades with exchange of knock. But over here, the players were attempting to revive the teammate. But Nagato made sure with the recurrent grenades that he was trying to throw, confirm the first strike for himself. And Rikesh was revived right on time. UAV above their head. They exactly know where the positioning is, about where the teams are holding on to, racing into the open. Vehicle was on the verge of being destroyed, but jumping out of the vehicle right on time, right time. We can clearly see glue wall being placed, jump and shoot with the Mark 7. Unish was also able to confirm the kill with the help of Hack, supporting with some extra damage delivered with M1887.
Oh my god, Gangbang at this point of time ruthlessly getting taken down. Let's see whether there's going to be another group of people coming in and enjoying the party with the side of Gangbang, as we are able to see that it's going to be KM and the side of 2B gamers are pretty much close to one another at this point of time. They're going to be welcomed with a lot of blood. I don't know, somewhere I feel that Charlie feels that he can be, driving around without having any kind of problem. CNQ on the other side wants to stop the side of Gangbang at this point of time, but it doesn't look like it's going to be easy for them, as the revival is going to come in from the side of CSK. There's going to end up one player. That's going to be Babe getting out from the side of GB.
From the side of TB here, and much more sides to be spotted. Pratham is down on the knees. Will he be revived? Wukong ability used right on time. Player shall be revived here, but was not allowed. Lopa pushing into the open, confirming the knock that he was able to take down, and Gangbang is decimated. But on the course, Lopa was able to get one more knock, and ultimately Conquerors are also pushing it in here. 4 frags, no loss of player. Team DH with 2 frags. They've lost 1 player, but they're on the edge of the circle, sharing rounds with no one. Refinery will be a part of the circle, but circle is also going to take a shift. Santa Caterina is the zone right now. Circle goes entirely on the northeastern direction, favoring the teams like Gun and KM, and also team like DG Flames. They are surviving until the top 7 maybe, or top 8. And look at the rotations coming in from Royal Gurkha, using the low launch pad, flawlessly entering towards the center of the circle. It is total of 8 teams surviving, and with 4 frags, Conquerors made sure to race into the open. Some players are also racing into the influence of UAV light, and now that is a little risky, but no risk is fearing them whatsoever. But something else is happening. Vault was able to confirm one more frag coming in from Dada gang. And 2 frags, 2 players. Now not strong enough to get the booyah, but definitely not weak enough to survive until top 3.
Yes, but the Dark Horses have the huge advantage in this game, I would like to say. Even though they've lost a player, they have a very good rotation coming in from their side. Nobody's going to disturb them. There's not going to be any kind of backstab coming in from their side. All they have to do is reach the circle early, hold a compound, which is going to help them out, and then slowly make it inside the circle, because in the side of Bayfront, all you have is a lot of compound to deal with. And if you're holding one corner, it's going to be grenades you will have to avoid, but at the same time, having maximum number of grenades will be a good thing for them. But the Dark Horses, the concern for them obviously is going to be the kind of, oh my goodness, what a gameplay coming in from their side. But at the same time, as I was speaking, the Dark Horses, one bigger concern for them is going to be the resources which they're going to be carry out. 2 players of Dark Horses right in front of us at this point of time. Team DGXF over here, they're left out with 2 players. They've got 2 frags in their name, but it doesn't look like, they're good enough to go in for a good fight at this point of time. It's better they don't. If they do, then I do believe that Dark Horses will have an advantage. If either of them come in from the other side and take that fight, it's going to be much more easier for them.
How easier is it going to be? UAV right above their head, fighting shots being exchanged. It is going to be Team DG who have got the advantage of Sniper Tower, but one grenade might deliver a lot of damage. Coming back to Team CNQ here, 6 frags confirmed, Gravity 9 decimated here, and each and every team have managed to pave their way towards the circle. Now it looks very good, looks very smooth, but who is going to take away the smoothest booyah will be the question. In no time, we will be announcing it.
Yep, but at the same time, CNQ on the other side, 6 frags, a very decent one. KM on the other side, they're pretty much being held up by one player of Team DJ at this point of time. And Rikesh, we all know what is capable with the grenades, as well as he's going to cook up put an end for Walt, who's got that mini Uzi in his hand. But right now, he's been tagged by a lot of people, and I don't know how Walt is going to survive this as he's running around with that Max 7 head mini Uzi. DH on the other side, Jin gets taken down. But there's there was an M72 right in front of him. If he had taken it and made it inside the circle, it could have been much more better. It looks like you could have picked that up, but he's in the crosshairs of the side of CNQ. Is not going to stop. It was going to stop him anytime soon. A rich support comes in from his side. How well is going to that hold off, or how long is that going to that hold off? Is the big question. On the other side, we can see that KM is pretty much close to the side of Team DG. Somehow they'll be able to survive this, take down that player Walt, who has been a bit of a thorn for them. Rikesh and Golem have to heal and make it inside the circle, where DG is going to hold their crosshairs over there to make sure they shut him down.
And definitely conquerors are shutting it down. They are conquering the map of Kalahari. The circle favors Nan. Grenade coming in from Sundar, and damage is delivered to Saucy. And Saucy will be delivered with one more grenade on the course. One more player is knocked down using the blue one, reviving the teammates. And the last man, Saucy, from the Dada then is going to heal himself up. But Royal Gurkha finally picking up the pace, picking up the action. Hack will be the man to take down Lakshan. DJ heal ability used by Sundar here. Let's see what is Sundar up to. Saucy being Saucy once again, and it is going to be Unish who is going to cook the grenade, realizing the threat as well, using the blue wall right on time, and it is already the double digit 14 CNQ here. Nobody is still within the circle, and let's see if there's any player who are going to choke through the zone. 10 frags, many more to go, because there are various other players with them, except for one team who is the strongest, with all 4 players standing on the feet. RG have lost one player right here, right now, and they've managed to reach the circle, and this is going to be the very first team to get the advantage of circle. Now with M249 spray, Unish is going to be taken down by Saucy here. X-Time, Sundar are also trying to make a move here. Let's see who takes down who. What a perfect placement, what a perfect spray, and it is going to be Griffin with the cord weapon, who is able to take down 2 players altogether. Royal Gurkha, 2 frags already. Cord weapon will not stop whatsoever. One more knock taken, followed by the other. Confirmation will also not be delayed, and Anam Lama decimated, and Royal Gurkha taking away the booyah with 4 frags. A good upshift shall definitely be seen.
Oh my goodness, I did not expect the cork to be used in a final circle. And in what way? In a way that they're going to decimate the whole squad. This is what happens when you burn too much resources. At the end of the day, they did not have any kind of glue walls. They did not have any kind of, chrono shields to put up for themselves. And that became an advantage for the side of Royal Gurkhas. And they were able to take down the complete squad like with one gun alone. And that was scored. At the same time, good to see that there's going to be a different kind of gameplay coming in from each of these teams. This turn of events is going to be very different. I do believe that 2B gamers got eliminated in the beginning of the game. That gives an advantage for the rest of the team to actually come up and challenge them on the top of the table. Let's see how that will turn out for them. But at the same time, we are able to see that the teams like Gangbang, Gunstingers, the other game are still, they're playing it a little safe. They do not have much things to work out for themselves. So how things are going to turn out for them is going to be something really weird.
Absolutely, that is going to be a questionable point by the end of the day about how they are going for the play. How are they willing to play will be a question, because the team to take away the first booyah gets eliminated into the second map very early on. Repetition is again coming in. It is like a vicious chain of cycle going on. Team NXT, number 1 on the leaderboard, being taken down into the bottom half of the leaderboard. Now that is something missing of consistency is spotted here. But let's see if they are able to get that into the next circle or next cycle of the maps, which is going to be Bermuda, Purgatory, Kalahari once again. But for the very first cycle, what we definitely spotted was no consistency was seen in any entire 12 set of teams. That it was completely a roller coaster ride, and it was something indifferent. No dominance of one team, and now that is where the competition is going to double up, and that is going to interest the viewers as well to exactly watch out until the end about which will be the 4 teams to qualify towards the next stages of World Esports Cup.
Yep, map-wise scoreboard incoming anytime soon. I really want to see which is the team on the top. We all know the team which played so well. Lama comes on the top with 10 kills in the name, 9 placement points. That is what kills points can actually do for you. We did not expect Lamas to be on the top over there, and somehow they made it on the top. Royal Gurkhas on the other side, even though securing the booyah, they just got 4 trades in their name, due to which they've just got 16 kills. KM Esports on the other side, 12 points. Dada Game Flam, 12 points. Gunstingers, 9 points. And Gravity 9 with 8. Look at the difference coming in yet again. There's going to be 12-12, 16-19, and it looks like nobody has performed like how the team in the previous game did. 2B Gamers got a whooping 29. Llamas were pretty much close to it, and if they had secured the Booyah, probably they would have reached that spot as well.
Absolutely, they might have reached into the top four, but the question is, have they done enough? Because every single time with every passing match, we do have a question. And talking about consistency, well, the Royal Gurkha is also the team every time spotted into the top five, coming about arms of 4, 7 points. Dark Horses are also proving their worth this time around with total of 7 points being shared. And Train to Kill is the team definitely underperforming. The team to perform best into the very first match for the day are shaky, are turning shaky. Maybe the second half is going to be a little better by what they have been performed. And have a look at 2B Gamer, the team to be dominant with total of 13 to 15 points of a buffer points from position 1 to 2 are taken down on position 2, which is the last thing with no placement points. Luckily, with the firepower, they were able to procure 2 kill points. Talking about Gangbang, 1 point only. And last but not the least, once again, the reputation comes in. Nepal Gurkhas is the team in all 3 matches seen with the reputation, which is into the rock bottom, no frags as well. And I think that now this is a cause of concern with only 3 more maps remaining, and consistency will still be the question for me, which is going to be the team that is going to be consistent throughout the next half for the day. And it is a basic necessity. The balance as well as consistency is required to reach into the top 4. And talking about overall scoreboard, Royal Gurkhas have crossed 2B Gamers successfully with total of 37 points. The buffer is only 1 point. 2B Gamers now cannot afford to make any early mistakes. Dada gang, the question that you were talking about, well, certainly this is also the team who have managed to reach into the 30 score and very close towards position 1 and 2 as well. Anam Lama will be the man will be the team on 4th position with total of 31 points, and the 30 scores ends at position 5, which is going to be coming in from KM Esports.
But at the same time, look at the difference on the first position to the 5th. It's just a difference of 7 points. That comes up to say the top 6 teams still have a fighting chance with one another to make it into the top 4. Arms of 4 on the 27 pointers. But the team on concern for me is going to be Dada Gang, because they've just got 9 frags in their name, and that's the least, even though they've got really good rank points. If they won't be able to secure some good kills in their name, probably they'll be getting eliminated without knowing in the 5th position. But at the same time, keeping 27 as the pointer in our mind for the 6th position, I want to see what is happening on the 7th position. On the 7th is 20 points, Train to Kill. Then we have Gangbang with 20 points. I mean, they're having some consistency of how they're able to play so far. Dark Horses on the other side, somewhere, when zone is favoring them and everything is favoring them, they're still not able to, rotate in the right position to take it home. Gravity 9 with 16, Gunsingers with 12, and we see that MPL gorkhes still not able to come up. They've just got 1 kill point, which they're able to register. That comes up to say, till the 8th position, everybody have still got a chance to make it into the top 4, and this is the first time we are able to see in this tournament that everybody are having consistency in themselves. Yeah, yes, Gangbang do have some consistency in themselves, but what they're not able to do is convert those kills or knocks into kills. They'll have to do something different over here. They'll have to come in and make a difference. That is when they'll be able to bounce back. But at the same time, we all know that in the game of Battle Royale, it's going to be the third party who will be having a little bit of a difference. If you're on the top of the table, somebody is going to come down and make sure that they put you down as well. 3 maps done and dusted so far. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a small window to share it among your friends. Make sure that they'll also be able to come and see more fights, which is going to happen over here. The next 3 maps is going to be a very crucial one for every single team, because they'll have to perform consistently to make sure that they hold their position which they're holding right now. And if they have to make it into the top 4, they'll have to outnumber the others, where on the top people will be able to call in and make sure that they have the same number of placement points.
And absolutely, just like yesterday, we were talking about that position 1 and 2 are already solidified, cemented. There's nothing like that. All 4 player positions are still open. The buffer points is negligible, like 1.2 point can be achieved, just like teams like 2B Gamer getting eliminated with only 2 points, where definitely other teams like Royal Gurkha took all the advantages available with a massive 10 kills and a grand booyah into their pockets, getting the position 1. Though today it's not the day to fight for position, it is all you have to do is go ahead, be balancing, be consistent, and reach into the top 4 position. Which those teams will be, who are going to be consistent every single time, who are going to reach out to that? For that, you'll have to wait and watch. And you are watching right now World Esports Cup by Infinix Smartphone, and the streaming partner is Platonia, powered by India Today Gaming, where 3 countries are united here to get the victory, to get the pride into their nation, which is definitely not very easy. To get updated, make sure you follow the social media, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and if there's anything else, Arka, please continue here.
Yep, I have to say this, that it's time for few people to go in this break, have a cup of coffee, make sure that they go back and see their fights. I'm talking about the players, but at the same time, a small window for you guys to share. We're going to be stepping into a short break, and we're going to be right back after that and see you there on the other side.
empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feeling like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Ain't no love like real love, but it goes so fast. All tied up like a captive. I want you. Used to play in my mind like standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I haven't felt this in ages, and I know patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me stronger, making me stronger. Used to
just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start looking as I've lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Let the darkness take control. Let the darkness take control. Darkness take control. May the darkness take control. Take me in slow, breathe in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lights, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start looking as I've lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control. Darkness take control.
Rise up from the ashes, wings on my back, stay lit like a matchstick. We ain't coming back, I swear. Just let go and see what happens. Gotta let go to see the magic happen. They got us a quick change, so we like a main phase. I just bought a new watch, time to make my wrist ring. The zero gravity keeps elevating me. Clouds, so I can't see the ground. So I ain't coming down. So no, I ain't ever coming down. Rise up from the ashes, wings on my back, stay lit like a matchstick. We ain't coming back, I swear. Just let go and see what happens. Gotta let go to see the magic happen. They got us a quick change, so we like a main phase. I just bought a new watch, time to make my wrist ring. The zero gravity.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to World Esports Cup brought to you by Infinix Smartphones. And right now we are at Nepal Qualifiers Invitational, day number 1. And currently we are going down with map number 4. I'm your Kastalika FTW, and with me joining on the desk is Edge.
Well, I mean, another day, another match. I mean, another group of matches, another region this time. I mean, we're done with India, we're done with Pakistan, and now Nepal is the region that we're looking forward to. Once again, it's gonna be an insane amount of gunfights and insane amount of grenade players coming in. But these 12 teams, like, I mean, we've had some really good matches already in these first three matches, and we still have three more to go. I mean, Royal Gurkha Esports, 2B Gamer, Dada Gang Flamers, Anam Lama, is that how you pronounce it? And then we have KM Esports, Arms of 4, Train to Kill, Gangbang, Dark Horse, Gravity 9, Gunstinger, and NPL Gurkhes is not having a really good day, but they still have three more matches. So maybe they can make their way up to the top four and qualify for the playoffs.
Well, what I heard from our previous English discussers, Arka was getting very excited for Gangbang to lead into the map. So let's see if will they get an opportunity to actually take this in the hands. Once again, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, to the map of Bermuda, another rotation of maps. And this time, let's see, is it going to be Dada Gang once again walking away with that Buya in the hands, just like they did in the first map of Bermuda. Well, the plane path looks very diagonal, leaving both parts of the map equally distributed. And this time we have blue zone coming in from Pochinox. To my surprise, Gangbang will be taking a drop at Marcel Trip. We've got RG over towards Factory. And not many teams, but we've got T2K and NG, the top two teams at peak at.
I mean, last time on the map of Bermuda, we had that gang flamers actually come out on top, but they only had 4 kills, right? I believe the highest number of kills was 6 secured by Train to Kill and Royal Gurkha, so that's something to be consistent about. But we already have a fight, and 2 players went down to the grenade launcher, and Saldo will be the first one getting that kill, but he gets instantly traded, and the new kill leader already. KM Esports, Salu is down. They need to help their teammates. But team number 2, they're right next to them. Team number 1 and 12. This is not looking good for them. Let's see what happens here. I mean, 1.5 minutes in, we already have 1 elimination here.
Yep. Well, looks like the fight has become a little too early for T2K. But since they are on the lead of the fight, they will be enjoying this. They've already got 1 knock and 1 confirmation. But this is only Charlie who's trying to hunt each and every player down. He's got backup right now. Jackie is in a big trouble. He'll be getting knocked out. Will he get confirmed? Yep, in no time. That's a single kill for Anish. And we're looking forward for more coming in from T2K. But on the other hand, we've got the team running away. They are trying to ignore the fights. Let's see if they will come forward and start fighting against them. They are definitely doing that. T2K, Anish going down. Them also going down. It's just Charlie and Anish all by themselves. Looks like not really a good time to walk into the parade. T2K is still fighting to get that in their hands. And that's a double kill for Charlie all by himself. T2K, the new train leader, with the quad kill in their hands. They'll be wiping out the team. And right now, they have 4 kills in their hands.
Wilson. I mean, we are already down to 40 players. 8 of them have been eliminated from the server. One squad has been done and dusted as well. DG and F, they are, I mean, there's only one player that's Crush. He's just holding on to the position that he has right now, Plantation. But 3 minutes in, we're already one squad out, 1 squad less. Actually, 2 squads if you consider the number of players, but there are now 2 squads with 2 players left. Gun, on the other hand, their team, they have the control of Rimnum Village, and moving on forward from here, it's going to be pretty basic gameplay for a couple of minutes here, because we've already seen a lot of gunfights happen in the starting of the match, and now we will be in for a surprise here, because we will be going in for a solo-place game for a really long time, maybe around 10-minute mark, Erika, and after that maybe we'll get to see some more action. But until then, I believe all the teams are going to be just going in for the loot, holding on to the positions, and just hoping that the zone is in their favor.
Yep. Well, the fight doesn't seem like it's gonna be winning anytime soon between another troop of teams, because right now all teams are equally distributed and the circle takes a shift over towards the southern side. We've got Factory, Mars Electric, Clock Tower as the prime spots right now. If anybody wants to take a rotation over towards Bhima Sakti Strip, they really need to be careful, because I think NXT is gonna put their hands on towards Bhima Sakti Strip and take a long rotation. Although, putting that aside, we've got DG over towards Factory, and Shipyard is being contested by them. So far, I don't see any team nearby them, so they'll just be rooting in for a lot of loot. As you know, fights also come up when when the team has the better loot. In GB, on the other hand, they're trying to take a rotation over towards the southern side of Mars Electric, something that I wouldn't expect. And CNQ is going in for the playing in the circle or in the edge of the circles. You know, a new meta has come up edge that a lot of teams are willing to play on the edge of the circle so that they can cut the rotations off and gatekeep for new teams.
That I have seen that yesterday as well in the Pakistan regional qualifiers. I've seen a lot of teams, just playing at the edge of the circle, just at the border of the zone, and then especially if you have a bridge there, right, in the map of Purgatory as well. But if you have a bridge anyway up close and you need to cross it and you cross it without checking, I mean, you will be in for a surprise there, because there will be players, just lurking somewhere, just hiding, and you never know what's gonna hit you. So you need to be aware of that. But with that, we have the first zone towards the Factory and Mars Electric. Clocktower is still in the circle. I mean, that's my favorite area, to be honest. Pochnock is in there as well, which is the blue zone. But there are a lot of teams, especially Ghost. He's really, really far away. Yes, it's still the first zone. He is not moving. I don't know what's the issue, but I don't see him moving whatsoever. I just hope it's not a disconnection. But if it is, then that's one of the players, just a freebie for all the other teams.
Yeah. But I don't think any team is gonna go hunt for him down. I think he'll just be left out of the circle as the first circle has started to move, and we've got Gun and CNQ, both of them over towards the southern side. And I think there's a very good potential of both of them fighting off each other. Well, one has to make it up outside the Rimnam village. CNQ is gatekeeping for Gun, and I'm not sure if they actually know that Gun is inside Rimnam village. Well, Hack has already taken a position and he's moving freely out in the open, and he definitely will be getting tagged by Gun right now. Hack all by himself. He has to go for a quick rotation. He has to take a cover as the rest of his teammates are towards behind him. They have to come and regroup to get the shots on him, or else Hack can just quietly go back away to his teammates.
6 minutes in, 7 minutes in, almost. Yeah, actually 7 minutes in. So we've had some action in the first 2 minutes, and after 5 minutes break, and just players here and there, and with that, we still have 40 players left. No real, no real fights happening here in the Random Village. We have team number 8 and team number 4 right next to each other, but they're still, not completely sure if they want to take this fight, because it's at this edge of the circle as we were talking about it. It's at the edge of the circle, and looks like team number 4, that is C and Q, they're gonna retreat for now. They want to make sure they get a good, rank position as well. Because if you get eliminated in position number 11, that's 0 points, which is not a good thing, Elika.
Yep. Well, NG going out way too early, something I haven't expected. Although in the overall scorecard as well, they're doing much of better. But coming down to the circle, I think we have a lot of trouble going around at Rimnam Village unless CNQ does not want to take that fight and make it inside the circle. Then I guess it's going to be fine for them. And speaking of the overall scoreboard, the last time I had a look at it, it was Royal Gurkhas who are at the top, and we've got 2B Gamers at the second, and Dada Gang Flamers at the third, and Anam Lama on fourth. So there's very good potential that these top 4 teams can maintain the consistency. They can actually make it to the plays by end of today. Although I would say Royal Gurkha Esports with 24 points, they're on a lead. Although the second position just has 17 points. So that is over more than 10 points leads. There's no team that is in action with them right now. But we've got a fight happening between NXT. NXT have already got 2 quite knockouts, and they'll be confirming them, I guess, in no time. there's another team approaching them as well. That is GB taking off an edge over towards NXT. There's only one player, that is Rohan, who will be getting spotted out by Drago. And I don't think Drago is gonna let him go away. He's gonna be putting a grenade that's gonna do most of the damage, and he will be getting confirmed at this point. And there's also another player that gets spotted out. That is Max. He's also going down. Gangbang getting eliminated at 11th position. Now they'll be pushed down all the way from 8th position into the overall scoreboard to something a little down.
Well, 10 minutes in. Sorry, 9 minutes in, almost hitting that 10-minute mark, and 10 squads left. 36 players still alive. This is the Nepal Invitational Qualifiers. Stay number 1, group number 1, and map number 4. It's a repeat. And we have an elimination by Jin, and those grenades, oh boy. They're going to be dealing a lot of damage. I don't know how these players are even walking on that cliff, because it looks trippy. And I don't think they have spotted that player there. Arms of 4 on the other hand. Rikesh gets that final elimination. Arms of 4 eliminated in position number 10 with 1 rank point. And with that, we hit the 10-minute mark, and Elika, we are almost, at the time where we usually start seeing a lot more fights happening. Because the zone is now it's the second zone coming in. As soon as the third and fourth zone come in, that's when we see a lot more fights happening, and it's going to be chaotic.
Yep. But I think right now at the second zone, it's all about taking covers and surviving, and I'm pretty sure most of the teams are doing it very well, unless T2K already lost one of its player, Nitesh. Now they'll be looking out to play for a little passive, that now that Anish and Charlie are all left by themselves in the low compounds, and once down to 20 seconds when the circle starts to get close, they have to get out of those compounds and run inside the circle. So it's not until long time that they can take cover over there, and DH is gatekeeping them very well. I'm pretty sure that DH Jin will be having his eyes over towards Anish, and Charlie's trying to go for a rotation, a heavy rotation. He's being spotted out right now. He's going an aggressive push against Jin. I don't know if this 1v1 is going to work in the hands of Charlie, but Charlie, does he have any idea? He's been getting looted by more than 3 players, and one good grenade can get the job done. But right now, the shotgun is working like a charm, and the circle is also closing in. Charlie's trapped inside the glue walls he made for himself, but he will make sure that he knocks out Jin. Charlie's making his way out. He's down to very low HP, and that is the end of Train to Kill at 9th position. But a nice try coming in from Jin and his teammates, though.
Well, Train to Kill looks like they were, not just prepared to take that one before. But JNQ on the other hand, they get one, while NXT Dragon, he gets one more knocks actually, not a kill. And they will actually confirm that kill, which leaves out with 30 players. 12 minutes in, and this fight between CNQ and the other team, I believe DG, this is not looking good. And once in the house, you might think they have an advantage, but guess what? One grenade and they're all done for. But let's see, G9 he will actually get that kill on the Stalker as well. Down to 29, make it 28, because Fraga just went down. But he's still alive, he might be revived at the same time. Oh, actually, he's already revived as soon as I say that. 12 minutes in.
Yep.
And those grenades, I think it will confirm the kill. And almost with Domururu as well, it will actually should be able to take him down with the shotgun up close. That's glue wall. He's saving him for now, but this is not looking good for Dragon. Drago here. Bururu. He has his teammates coming in, and there you go. He wanted to make a blue wall play. Instead, he gets stuck. DG Flames, on the other hand, get eliminated in position number 8 here, Ellie.
Well, CNQ, I think they're just going up and up, because right now there's no team actually nearby to actually eliminate them. On the other hand, Gravity 9 gets eliminated at the 6th position. 2B goes out. We're in the top 5 teams already. We've got DH, we've got Gun, we've got RG, CNQ being in top right now with 4 kills in their hands alongside with KM. Well, KM, they're already in the top 5 of the list, so I'm expecting that they keep maintaining the consistency. Well, CNQ, they're trying their level best to maintain that consistency right now. RG, on the other hand, Not much happening over there. They're just trying to take cover and they're already inside the circle. They're playing the smart game edge right now. They want to stay inside the circle, they want to stay low key, they will wait until teams walk into their arms, and then they will gonna be putting their crosses on the heads and getting the shots fired very accurately. CNK is going in for a long rotation right now, and I hope they make it inside the circle within no time, as the third zone has already begun to shrink right now.
Yep, and with that, we hit that 14-minute mark, which means there's only 5 more squads left and 19 players still alive on the server. I actually expected a lot more squads to be alive at this point of time, but those fights, thanks to CNQ and all, they were just, going ham and eliminating the entire squads, not just multiple players, but multiple squads. So, with that, 5 more squads, we are about to hit that third zone, as you were saying. And with that, which means, I think one more zone, that's it. I don't think this match is gonna go till the end, like 7th or 6th or 7th zone. I think 4th zone is where we are. We might be looking at the end, but let's see where that zone moves to. Is it gonna move exactly at the center? Because that would be great out in the open, but no, a bit of factory is still in the zone. So I think players will be hiding in, but Lexang, he's gonna deal a lot of damage. But guess what? Boom, headshot from Hack comes in and shut down. Oh boy, that is not a good thing. But a triple kill. 28 gamer, they get eliminated. 7, Gravity 9 and 6. And now KM, they only have 3 players.
Yep. Well, KM looks like they're having quite a fight, and it's going to be Anam Lama with still 4 man up and running. With 5 kills in the hands, Exha goes down. He will getting reconfirmed, unfortunately, but there's still Hacksundar and Unish in the hands. And we've got RG, the deadliest team, trying to gatekeep. They're inside the sniper towers, and they make sure that they will take the most of it, as Unish gets a knockout. He'll be confirming it anytime soon right now. A lot of grenades have been put to play right now. Hack gets spotted out. Unish confirms Rikesh. Anam Lama is right now with 6 kills in the hands, and they are not stopping with Unish with a 4th kill all by himself. RG Vegeta will be going on. KM Esports will be getting eliminated in 5th position. RG right now is trying to go for an aggressive play along with DH, where I think already one of the players is knocked out, but he's back on his feet with 6 kills. DH is giving a direct head-to-head fight against Anam Lama. Well, Anam Lama, they have to step up their game right now, since they're in a very risky position. They do not have much of a cover. They need to look after DH, as DH is approaching slowly. They are right now on the edge of the circle. Once the circle starts to close in, it's just a game to play safely along with the cover. But the circle has come in an open ground. There is absolutely not a chance that you can take a cover. And before the next circle starts to close in, they have to get most of the teams. Hack going down, not something really I expected. DH still with 6 kills and 4 man up and running. This is the time that Anam Lama has to start falling down.
It's the time that they need to focus in. Actually, I was wrong. Actually, the 4th zone might be the one, the final one. But it looks like we might be in for a 6th or even 6th, actually. I don't think that would be necessary here with 70 minutes in, 4 squads left, 13 players still on the server, and Anam Lama is the top team with the high number of kills, that is 7. So with them entering in the 5th zone right now, I'm really worried about all the other teams. The heads, they have 6 kills, they have 4 players. Can they do anything here? Can they get that booyah is a question, because it's gonna be the final fight here, coming in from all the 4 teams. Here we go. That grenade, beautiful, but does not deal a lot of damage because it's on the other side of the blue wall. And the freeze bomb. Oh, it is slowing down Jin, and he's those freeze bombs are doing a lot of damage. Down the grenade, he actually gets him down. Jin with chocolate gets down, and Dragon goes down as well. Jin will confirm, and so does Luxang. Actually goes out of the play zone. 10 more players here, Lika.
Yes, Jin with the quad kill is trying to get the 5th kill. That is Unish on towards grenade right now. He's using a lot of damage, and not until a lot of time will Jin get taken down is my question. But on the other hand, Gun is taking a lot of damage. Top the players have already been knocked out. Anam Lama going out at 3rd position. The tables have turned. DH right now have the advantage of being on the top of the scoreboard. Gun facing a lot of damage through the grenades. It's just the rain of the grenades falling all over the place. Then they're running out of the cycle. DH with 4 man up and running. They're still on the lead. Jin with a quad kill. He's not going to stop. 12 kills for DH, and it continues as It's going to be DH walking away with the booyah. Gunstinger, they tried their level best, Gunstinger, but they'll be getting eliminated in the second position. But overall, I guess hats off to Gunstinger because so far they haven't performed that great. Dark Horse and Gunstinger, both of the teams were in the bottom six of the overall standings, but right now they pushed down to the top six. That was a surprise for me because I haven't seen Dark Horse perform in the top three games of today. But right now in the fourth map, they have given immense, atrocious performance, I would say.
Well, they are the dark horses. They will show up when you least expect them. That is the best thing about being a dark horse. And now with that, we're done with the fourth map, and I mean that was a surprise, right? As you said, they were at the bottom half of the scoreboard, but this fourth map, something happened. I mean, we have seen a lot of these happen in the last few days as well. Teams just not being able to perform in the first 2, 3 matches, but then the last three, they're the one that's always on top every single time, and that's how they make their way to the top four and make their way into the playoffs. So let's see if Dark Horse and Gunstinger can they put up a similar performance in the next game, because consistency is the key here. I mean, if you do have a really good score here, but then get eliminated early in the next two matches, then it's kind of it's kind of in vain, getting this booyah. But if you at least get a couple kills and get yourself a good rank position, then I think Dark Horse and Gunsticker, they're still in the in the race for the playoffs.
Yep. DH only not performed very well in terms of the surviving in the rank points, but they also made an outstanding number of kills right there. 12 plus kills in the hands, which means they've already beaten Anam Lama. But one good thing that I want to mention about Anam Lama is that since the first game of the day till the fourth, they made sure that they were in the top five of every game. And right now, after finishing off the previous third map, they got the booyah, and for the fourth, they ended up with the top third position. I still think that's a good deal coming in from them. But Darkos, that was a very good bounce back coming in from them. As we see the map wise scorecard, it's Darkos at the first position, Anam Lama at the second, Gravity 9 on third, KM on fourth, Gunstinger on fifth, Royal Gurkha Esports on the sixth. The only two teams which maintain the consistency from the top six of previous map to this map is Anam Lama and Royal Gurkha Esports.
Yep. I mean, look at that. 14 kills on Dark Horse. That is just absolutely insane. Anam Lama with 7. Gravity with 6 kills to their name. 11 points. Put them in third position. Yes, even though the side of Gunstinger, they were alive. They were the second last team to get last team to get eliminated. They had no kills. So I don't think that's a good thing. But yeah, KM Esports on the other hand, 6 rank points, 4 kill points. Royal Gurkha Esports, they're still there, but they only have 1 kill this time. Last time they had 6 on the map of Bermuda, but this time they've been shut down. Talking about the second half of the scoreboard, 2B Gamer with 7 points, trying to kill 4 kills pretty early into the game as well. So that is a good number of kills, but if they would have stayed alive for a little longer, I think they would have gotten maybe a couple more, maybe even 10 kills because of the way that they were playing. The other gang, they have 3 points. Arms of 4 has only 2. Gangbang with none. NPL gorkhes, they have none as well. That is not a good sign, especially since we have a lot of people rooting for Gangbang. This might be a bad game for them, but we still have 2 more games, and there is a lot to happen yet.
Yep. Well, after this match performance, I think a lot of changes will be coming in through the overall scorecard, especially speaking about Gangbang, that they'll be pushed even more down. They're in the top 8, they'll be pushed down to bottom 3, I guess. But speaking about Dark Horse, they took a very good climb on towards the scorecard. And I don't know, Royal Gurkhas getting eliminated way too early in the game. I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, we still have Anam Lama at the top, 27 points, 19 kill points, and a total of 46, with just 1 point away from Royal Gurkha Esports on the second position. On the third, we've got 2B Gamer with 43, with a tie of Dark Horse, 43 points as well. We've got KM on the fifth, and Dada Gang Flame is on the sixth. Well, what's a surprising thing, Edge? That all the top 6 teams, then they have very less score difference, like a point or a two.
Exactly.
And 2 of the teams are already tied. That is 2B Gamer and Dark Horse.
Yep, you're right about that. I mean, here's the thing. After this particular matchup, you're right. There were gonna be some drastic changes, and there are. Anam Lama had a really good lead, but this time it's been closed. And Royal Gurkha Esports, although they were at the top, now it's been close in as well. They're now moved to second position with only one +1 and -2. That's the difference that they have. That's it. They can lose their position as well. Well, Dark Horse, that's a really good jump for them. That horse is on full heat right now. They are gonna be looking at the scoreboard and feel really, really confident. And now I think the last two matches, Dark Horse is the team to watch out for. On the other hand, NPL Gurkhas, I don't think there's any way in heaven and hell that they have a chance to make a comeback. But on the other hand, Gangbang, Gunstinger, Train to Kill, Gravity 9, Arms of 4, I would still say there is a chance. I mean, here's the thing, they have to get 25 plus points. And at the same time, they need to make sure that the top four teams get eliminated in that for, to be eliminated in those first four teams, like
Yeah.
number 12, number 11. That is the only chance for them, but there's still the chance, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt here.
Yep. There's still an option or a chance left for Arms of 4 or Gravity 9. If they perform very well in the upcoming next two matches, there's a chance that they might actually be pushed up towards the top 4 right now. Just like how Dark Horse took a big jump from ninth position to fourth position. That's over half the points that they've acquired in just one game. And they definitely made the most of it as they've acquired 14 kills. I think that's the highest kills that we've seen coming in from a team, at least in Nepal Invitational Qualifiers. I would like to see the same performance going ahead tomorrow and after tomorrow. Well, we still have 2 more days of Nepal Invitational left to go on. But today, for this group, that is the group one, we just have 2 more maps to go. And the next upcoming is going to be Purgatory. One of my favorite maps. I think slowly it has started to take my heart away because of the kind of circles that have been made in Purgatory and the kind of exceptional plays that have been made in Purgatory. What about you, Edge? What's your favorite spot in Purgatory?
Well, I wouldn't be specific. The entire map is good, but I gotta say Kalahari is my favorite just because of the ways that I can quick scope with the snipers, the MLG swag and stuff. But yeah, Purgatory, we have a lot of other loots. Purgatory is a type of map which has 3 islands. I mean, it is a map of 3 islands, and there's a mini island at the top as well. I think that's a north area. So that is a map that is used. I mean, I think it's perfect for me as well. I can be so sneaky in such maps. But at the same time, when you have to move from one island to another island, that is when you're vulnerable, and that is a point of time when you need to be 200% cautious and aware of your enemy's position and everything. So you got to decide, do you want to take that risk? Because when you go on the other island, you are guaranteed to get yourself a lot of loot, and at the same time, you don't take those initial, you're not going to be involved in those initial fights. So that is something beneficial, but at the same time, everything has their pros and cons.
Yep, I definitely do agree with you. Everything has the pros and cons. And moving down to the next map of the day, that's the last second map, Purgatory. Well, these teams, they have a chance again to prove themselves and get the most of these two maps so that they might have a chance at becoming those top 4 teams who will be qualified to the plains of Nepal qualifiers. Well, so far the scorecard looks very, very noble for me as Anam Lama is on the top, and I'm definitely expecting Anam Lama to keep maintaining the same performance in the next two maps. Although I watched the map two stats, Anam Lama definitely wasn't doing that great. It was 2B gamers who had the entire map control of Purgatory in the first rotation of today. I'm expecting 2B gamers to make a good comeback in Purgatory again.
I'm expecting a really good game from Dark Horse again. I mean, after this particular performance at the end as well, having 4 players alive, that is a really good sight to see. And them, I mean, Jin especially, getting himself, I think, 7 kills. That is absolutely beautiful to watch. And all of his other teammates as well, getting 7 in total, 14 kills, right? So that is just incredible to watch. So I want to see Dark Horse once again put up a really good performance. I mean, yeah, I do want to see them, survive till the end. But even if they don't, I think maybe getting 8 to 9 kills is going to be a really good score, and I think that should be enough to get themselves across the line and make themselves in that find themselves a spot in that playoffs, because top 4 teams out of 12. I mean, at the start of the tournament, we have Indian regional qualifiers, from where we only had 2 teams from each group. But here in the Pakistan and the Nepal, we have 4 groups, so that gives the teams and players 2 more maps. 2 more maps to focus on. Yes, it is going to be exhausting for the players because they have to play 6 maps back to back. But when you are, fighting for the title of, World Esports Cup, and also a prize pool of 75 lakhs. That is that, I mean, you need to put in a little bit of extra effort, a little bit of extra work and everything. No one's going to give you 35 lakhs. Just
Yes.
take it. That's not how you get it. You have to earn that 35.
Yep. You guys also can put a little extra effort by following us on Instagram. That is @India Today Gaming, where you get to see all the updates of each and every region qualifier and get the updates on which teams qualified. You can definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel to never miss a live of World Esports Cup. That is the prize pool of 75 lakh rupees. As we move into the fifth map of the day, that is Purgatory, and we'll be seeing the plane path looks very straight. Okay, no surprises this time, but I'm definitely expecting drops at Moot House. We've got the blue zone coming in from Quarry. Brasilia will be filled with a lot of enemies. Fire Brigade and Combo Hill will be taken down by DG and NXT, and I think the fires have already been starting to shoot in the midair. Well, Brasilia is a new prime spot in Purgatory, I would say, and I think the fight is already written over towards NXT, taking down the first player. It's got to be DG in a big trouble right now. Not something you really want to start, and Toby is also having a good start at this point. Zeus is trying his level best, gets him knocked, and he's going to confirm him. No time, T2K as well going down. Next one player gets him taken down. A lot of crash landing happening in the game of Purgatory right now. T2K with already a double kill in the hand. They're looking for more. DJ on the other hand is trying to get away. Gunstinger going out on the 11th position. That was way too early. Just 1 minute into the game, you can see one team already getting eliminated. And that's 10 players out of the game. 35 players to go.
Some players out, but that was Gunstinger. They were the top two team last time, and they had to put up a really good fight this time around to make it into the top four. But since they have been eliminated in position number 11, I don't think there's any way that they can, make it into the top four. So that is the end of the journey for the other team. Was that NPL Gorkhes, I guess? And then now I believe that is the end for the side of Gunstinger as well. But Mia, oh my god. That was a really good shot coming in from Mia Babe right there. 2 minutes in, a lot of eliminations here. A lot of eliminations and trying to kill. They have 3 kills to their name, the current kill leaders. And if they put up, they put up this performance throughout the game, and maybe the next one as well, then they might also have a slight chance of qualifying in the top 4 position.
Yup. Well, GB, they're putting in efforts. They've got 1 kill, but trading it off for a teammate seems a little hard. But Anish, on the other hand, is having a good time. He's got a double kill with Pratham 1 kill. T2K definitely seems confident this time. Now that they've got 3 kills, KM already losing one of the players way too early into the game. A lot of teams went into crash landing, especially over towards Fire Brigade. NX team had a good start with 2 kills in their hands, but unfortunately losing and getting confirmed one of the players. Dark Horse also is having a good start. Jin, the iconic player, I think Jin is the IGL or maybe the assaulter for coming in for Dark Horse, because his performance has been impeccable. In the last game, we saw him getting over 5 kills for his team, all by himself.
1 kill for the side of RG, and the only player that has actually gotten the kill was taken down as well. So GB, on the other hand, let's see what they can do. 3.5 minutes in, 10 squads alive, 34 players still in the server. Well, team number 6, that is RG, they're actually making their way back to safety. They don't want to fight this. They don't want to fight GB. It is going to be a 3 versus 3, but I'm not really sure if they know that it's going to be a 3v3. Maybe they think it's a 4 versus 3, and that's exactly why they're retreating. Or at the same time, because it's the second last map, you want to get as many points as you can. Doesn't really matter if you need to camp, just camp. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the number of points you have. It doesn't really matter how you get it. All that matters is if you get it or not.
Yep. Moving forward, RG having a good start in Gravity 9, who almost had the chance of becoming in the top 6. Unfortunately, missed it in the last map. I hope they concentrate better over towards this map. Of course, GB trying the level best. They've already lost the player. They're giving away a little bit of too many sounds to distract their enemies, or maybe they're trying to attract their enemies so that they can put a fight, take revenge, get a kill for Maxim. Not sure of that, but I really love the way how T2K is trained right now. Yeah, I mean, the irony of putting the name of Train to Kill. Right now, they'll be taking cover over inside compounds. Marble Works has been taken down with GB. T2K are currently over towards the bridge. They'll be spotting out players. That's RG spotting out one of the Dark Horse players. But will Dark Horse go for a fight is my question. On the other hand, we got T2K who are trying to take a fight. Who's gonna be probably getting spotted out. Or maybe, just go around, get some loot. GB are going in for good rotations right now. Brasilia, they're trying to rotate away from Brasilia. I don't know, for a weird reason. They're making their move against the edge of the circle, which is not at all advisable. And it looks like we've got RG rotating through the bridge. And once they cross the bridge, apart from Marble Works, they might actually have a good amount of fireworks coming in through.
They will have a lot of fireworks coming in for sure. But let's see what happens. I mean, we're still in the first zone. First zone is just coming into play right now, Elika. So we still have a lot of time and a lot of players. They can, just say that. Oof, takes down Rohan with the FAMAS. Okay, that is a FAMAS, isn't it? I believe that is a FAMAS. But that was some really good, good recoil control, a really good spray coming in mid-range, but still pretty decent coming in from him. But here's the thing, that zone is all the way towards the right. And look at the side of Team GB and RG. They're not even close. And for the side of GB, they need to, if they want to get back into the zone in the same direction, they need to take down Team RG, or at least pass through them, which is not going to be an easy task. And if they want to take that bridge, then I think it's a safe idea, because no one is even close to that second bridge there.
Yep. RG is having a good start to the game, 3 kills in the hands. Dark Horse, on the other hand, not a bad start, but yeah, still 1 kill in the hand coming in from Jin. Brasilia is in the hands of Dark Horse, so as long as they're in Brasilia, I think they're gonna have pretty much good time over there. If any teams even goes in for rotation, it could be surprise. I'm not seeing a lot of grenade launches being put to use. Now that's a surprise, because at a point in the game of Free Fire, all I could see was grenade launches and M8-2B coming into the play. But this time M8-2B, I think it's not much of a use, as they're taking open fights rather than putting down a lot use of glue walls. Now that the glue walls after the recent update have become more stronger and easier for the enemy as well, I would say. Lama, I think Lama's team, if there's one person, I think one player who I would pick and personally give him the MVP award, I would say it's Unish, because he's been doing a great job. Even in the last match, he had 4 kills all by himself coming in from Anam Lama. Anam Lama had around 8 kills in total. And speaking of the circle, it has taken a very huge shift towards the eastern, north and eastern side of the map. And I have a feeling that this time the circle will go towards the southern side. 84 getting spotted out. Arms of 4, not really a good start as they expected. T2K already has a quad kill in the hand with 2 coming in from Anish. And I don't know what Charlie's trying to do. Charlie is way away from their teammates. And right now they're trying to make their way outside the circle, knowing the fact that T2K is actually holding down towards fields. Yep.
Well, here we go. First zone is going to be closing in. So all the other teams, they need to be really, aware of where Train to Kill is, because they are the new kill leader. They are the kill leaders as of now. They've been holding on to that for a really long time. But look at this, Anjay says he's not in a great position, because as soon as that glue wall is taken down, he will go down as well. Fragger will take him down with a VSS, I believe. But there are still a lot of players out in the open, including the players of Train to Kill. One of the they did knock him out, but they're not actually going for the kill. Never mind, just as say that Fragger will confirm it. 69. G9. Oh, my bad. Well, Train to Kill. They are taking a lot of heat here, but coming in, that vehicle is gonna be destroyed. So they need to take this fight in Pratham. He will go down. Beautiful headshot coming in. That's going to be a 3 versus 4 on the side of G9. They need to take advantage of this, capitalize on this. It's going to be a 3 versus 4, but just as I say that, Pratham is already revived and has already healed himself back to 4 points of health. And they want to take the vehicle down. They will put it out, light it on fire. And is it going to get taken down? Oh no, there's not going to be a blast just yet. So the players are okay for now. Charlie healing himself back to 100, but that's not going to be enough. A lot of grenades are going to be coming in. 10 minutes in, 10 squads still alive. Let's see, try to kill and G9 going at each other with everything that they have. And he gets a kill on the frag, or actually the knock headshot. Beautiful play coming in. A lot of grenades. There's going to be another knock by Anish. That's 2. Can he get 2 more? He will confirm this kill this time around. Triple kill for him. Anish gets another knock. That's 3. They make that 4. Oh, actually just 3, because Charlie was the one that got the final kill with the shotgun. Killing spree for Anish. They eliminate, just holding on to their ground and eliminating the side of G9. Now that is why I said trying to kill. They are looking really spicy right now.
Yeah. And the circle is coming over towards campsite. And for a fun fact, there's no team actually nearby campsite right now. Maybe it's going to be NXT or Anam Lama trying to take the edges of campsite. Dark House also has a pretty good potential opportunity to go over towards campsite. But eventually, I have a feeling that Circle will end up at campsite. DJ, they're trying to go for rotation right now. Only 2 players left from them. 1 kill for them. They made it to top 9 luckily. We've got T2K, Anish and his teammates trying to roll over towards the edges of the circle. The circle started to shrink. It's going to be Anam Lava on the safe side with 0 kills though. RG got 3 kills, 2 from his teammate. And T2K looks like they're going to be playing it a little safe by staying inside the compounds. But eventually they have to make it inside the circle. They can't stay outside for a long time. 11 minutes into the game, 9 teams and 26 players left. And right now, according to the overall standings, according to the current map standings, we've got Dark Horse over towards 27 points. They've already got 1 kill and 4 man alive up and running. Anam Lama, they've got 15 points, not much really any kills or damage done by them, but they still have 4 army up and going. Maybe it comes down to the last few circles where they start to take the fight seriously and Anam Lama will go all uphill against the teammates.
Yep. I mean, we're still, this time around, 12 minutes in. This time we don't have, like, I mean, the last map of Bermuda, we only had 5 squads at this point of time. But this time we have 4 more squads. So you can see that they have actually shifted gears. And we are going to be seeing that third zone come into play. Let's see where it is. Oh boy, that is not a good sign for all the other teams except the ones that are already in the zone. But there's a fight happening here. Let's see who or where was that fight happening again? Was that towards that camp area? Well, anyway, it looks like Gangbang are out in position number 9 because there's only 1 player alive, right? So there was not a lot that we expected from him. He was gonna go down, but it was just a matter of time. And look at this, Dakin. Ooh, he can actually get these kills. He sees the heads, and he will land it. Stalker gets 1. Oh boy, oof. He is gonna get taken out. No, those grenades coming in from Lunchtime. Beautiful. Will take 1. Can he take him again? He will actually take him again. There you go. Almost took him down. Laksang is taking a lot of heat here. Oof. And Laksang 1 hit and he's gonna get taken down. There you go. Laksang is out. Oof, on the other hand, he's still not revived.
Yep. I think he's just gonna bleed to death, but the fights in water, they won't much, they won't really go into your favor unless you have a backup coming in through. NXT on the other hand, he's putting the stage on fire, getting another confirmation. KM down to 3 teammates. Sadlu has got 1 Kilizan, and right now they're on the upper grounds. They have a very good potential fight against Anam Lama. Anam Lama, 4 man up and running, 0 kills in the hand. Surprisingly, we still don't see them taking or initiating any fights. Now that's a fact, because usually I see them going aggressively. An arms of force last player will be going down in the hands of KM. That is them getting eliminated at the 8th position. We've got top 7 teams and it's still the 3rd circle only. And not until very far we can see a clash of clusters coming in. Unfortunately, we've got Dark getting eliminated way too early. That's Dark was one of the best players. We still have three more to go. They're trying to take a fight against KM, but I don't think KM is really interested in being a part of the fight. Oh, look at
Mhm.
NXT. Oh,
Oh
there you
no.
go.
Melee kills?
The fight.
Melee kills. I'm not really sure what they call it. I think it's a sight play, that melee. But look at this. Oh no. Stalker, he will actually get taken down? Oh wow. Did not see that, but he's going to be instantly revived. Here we have the fourth zone coming into play in 30 seconds. Let's Dark Horse. They are still alive. This time they only have one kill, but they still are in that top six position. So they are going to get themselves at least 5 points, which is a good sign. And they have killed so one kill as well. If they can get a couple more kills, I think it's pretty easy for them to get that, secure and stay in that top four position. But right now, team KM, they are at the edge of the zone and they need to make their way back in to the center of the zone because it's gonna be closing in right now. And as I say that, here we go, the fight that I was waiting for, Train to Kill versus Darkos. Anish, he is taking everyone down right now. He will get another one extra. He will take down World, but right now, he will actually confirm that kill, which means 6 squads, 17 players alive, and the Dark Horse, they only have 2 more, and goodbye, see ya. Dark Horse, they're gonna get eliminated by Train to Kill, because they are trained to kill, and, they are going for the win this time. They want to be prepared to win as well. Quad kill for Stalker, while DZ Flamers, they get eliminated in position number 5. And that was, as I was saying, Train to Kill, they're not going to stop anytime soon. They already have 11 kills, and every one of them is contributing. And, T2K, they are on
Yeah.
fire.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess the performance that NXT is giving right now will definitely put that fire off right now. Because NXT, they have 6 kill in the hand, squad coming in from Stalker. Supreme is still up and running. He hasn't opened up his accounts of kills. Well, I'm pretty sure the second he does it, he's gonna be having a very good advantage. T2K, on the other hand, making the best out of it. 11 kills in the hands and more confirmations coming in. 6 kills from Anish. He is definitely giving a thunderbolt performance right now. Although the circle is delayed, we still have only one team, that is KM, inside the circle, trying to knock off every team. They are getting out in the 4th position. T2K still up and running with 4-man. Here they come. That is Anam Lama on towards NX team. Wipes him off in a second. 2B gamers go out. It's Train to Kill versus Anam Lama. Although I have a very good feeling that Anam Lama will have the best of the fight. Charlie goes down. It's just Breatham and his teammates. Anam Lama going in for the 4th kill, confirming the 5th one. And right now it's going to be the triple kill for Extar, and not until very far. One good grenade and a good confirmation will be on its way. Anish confirming another kill. This is the end of it. T2K's last player, Anish, with 8 kills all by himself. He's trying to make a booyah, but it's not happening, as it's going to be Anam Lama once again taking away the booyah this time. Second booyah for the day, with Unish being the MVP. But definitely crazy performance coming in from T2K, I would say, especially Anish. He had total of 9 kills in his hands. A beast of a performance.
It's all in the name, Anish. You just gotta remember it. And it has been a really good game. I mean, I'm pretty sure Train to Kill, they're not gonna be worried about not getting that booyah because they already have a lot more points than that. They already have a lot more points than the booyah itself. It's just gonna be a 3-point difference, and it's not something that Train to Kill are gonna be sweating about. Yes, Anam Lama, they still get that booyah, but when it comes to the kills, I think I think Train to Kill, they're still gonna be at the top of the scoreboard, at least the map wise. But overall, is what I'm interested about. I think they have actually beaten Anam Lama. But we have to wait until what happens. But what a game it has been for Getri. First minute we've had one elimination. In the next 5 minutes, we have had a couple more eliminations, and in the last 7 minutes, I believe, 9 squads were alive. So that is not something you usually get to see.
Well, yes, it was definitely a different kind of performance coming in from Train to Kill this time. I'm pretty sure they're going to be on top of this map scorecard, but not sure where they're going to be in the overall scorecard. As one map can change a lot of things, one good performance can change a lot of things. Well, let's see if Train to Kill will have an opportunity to come into the top six or not. But putting that aside, Anam Lama walking away and raining on the parade of T2K at the end. They just walked in like they own it, and they're going to be taking it away. Although Train to Kill will be on the top, as I said, with 25 points in the hands. Anam Lama on the second. We've got 2B on third, KM on fourth. Royal Gurkha Esports on fifth, and Dada Gang Flames on the sixth. Although I'm very disappointed that a lot of teams couldn't make it to the top six, like Dark Horse, Gravity 9, Gunstinger, and PL Gorkhes. You know, Edge was really rooting for Dark Horse, but I think they lost in somewhere in mid game.
Boy, let's see. Because here's the analysis from scoreboard. I mean, not analysis, but a quick math coming in. I think Train to Kill has actually taken down Anam Lama because I don't exactly remember the score difference that they had, but those 16 kills, the only team with double digits kills. That is impressive. And Train to Kill looks like after the first three matches they have completely coming back to life, and taking down every single one, including the top dog on the server as well. Royal Gurkha, on the other hand, yeah, they were number two in the overall, but they are slowly drifting away from that top four position. Everyone else, KM Esports, yes, they did not have a really good game in the first four matches, but this time around, they are finally getting some kills. Dark Horse, on the other hand, six total points, not what we expected, but still, not a bad one. They're still contributing at least something. 3-1 equals 4. That's arms of 4. That's all they could get. Gangbang got 3. Gravity got 2. While Gunstinger, unfortunately, only has actually has 0. And NPL, once again, at the bottom. Not the kind of day for them. Not a good day. But you know what? There's always another day.
Yep. Well, if it's not today, it would have not been a very good opportunity for them on the way, especially showcasing their performance at World Esports Cup, one of the biggest tournaments FreeFire that is happening right now, with 75 lakh prize pool organized by India Today Gaming and brought to you by Infinix Smartphones and broadcasted by Platonia Esports. Definitely each and everyone is doing a good job. Thank you, Infinix Smartphones, for giving us an opportunity and a tournament like this for all the players to showcase their talents, and India Today Gaming for organizing it, and Platonia for broadcasting it. And of course, shout out to all the casters out there who are putting out their best performance, and it's a honor casting beside you as well. But yeah, coming back to the action, let's have a look at the overall scorecard. It is Anam Lama still undefeated with 65 points, actually, with over a 7 point difference coming in from the first to the second. We've got 2B Gamer who've taken a quick jump on towards the second position. Royal Gurkha puts on the third. Train to Kill on the fourth. T2K all the way from seventh position. They've jumped down to the top four right now. Dark House moving down to the fifth position, and KM Esports to sixth.
Well, Dark Horse, they still have a really good chance. I mean, it all depends on the final game right now. KM Esports, on the other hand, they are, tied along with Dark Horse. So all these teams, I mean, Dark Horse and KM Esports, they can actually go in for that third and fourth spot, maybe even second as well, if 2B Gamer, if they don't put up a really good show here at the final map of Kalahari. But Anam Lama, I think they have pretty much secured their score, secured their seat in the playoffs as well. But to be gamers, Royal Gurkha and Train to Kill sitting in that 57, 52, 51 respectively. All those positions are still vulnerable. And let's take a look at the second half of the scoreboard. NPL Gamers, no chance. Gunstinger, nope. Gangbang, nope. Gravity, no chance as well. Arms of 4. I would still give them the benefit of the doubt, but the other gang flamers, they definitely have a chance of making it to the top 4.
Yep. Well, the scorecard says it all. It's just one map to go. It's just the last map where these top four teams have to perform their level best. Darkers definitely has an opportunity right now to push Train to Kill down and have a better opportunity at qualifying into the planes. But everything gets decided on the map of Kalari. where kings are made and where the champions are made. It's my favorite map. Kings of Kalahari is kind of coming into the action a little while. But what's your favorite drop location in Kalahari? For me, I would definitely say I would go over towards the southern side of the map.
Oh, I
Refinery also is
would.
a good place.
Mhm. Well, I think just once again having a position, having being specific is not something that's just not edge, man. I mean, I don't be specific. I just just get on the server and you just jump whenever you feel like. I mean, most of the times I either jump really early or I jump really really late, right? And here's the thing: I usually don't like taking fights because I am bad at the game. So I avoid any initial fights. So I like to go at places where they're like really really less crowd. I mean, just when you're in the game, you look at the players jumping out of the plane, right? So you just wait for it. And yes, you already know that I'm not gonna answer that question. I am really good at dodging questions, so I would just say that I'm gonna just land wherever there like less crowd.
Yep. Well, I'm waiting in for the last map to come in right now, and it's got to be the map of Kalahari. And honestly, I think it's been a long time that I've seen Refinery being the prime spot where most of the action happens, where most of the teammates actually kill each other. But having a good start always gives you out on a good edge. So yep, I guess I'm ready for the last map of the day. Although all the players are tired and so are the casters that now players playing 5 maps back to back. Now that is something a lot of dedication has been put into the game for them. But I guess it's the last chance that Royal Gurkhas have in their hands along with the Dada gang flamers. If they both can perform a little better than what they did in the last 2 maps, they might actually have a chance at changing a lot of things in the overall scorecard and maybe getting into the top 4 teams. Who are your top 4 teams who you think will be getting qualified?
Well, I still think the way that Train to Kill are playing right now. I think if they put up a really good performance, I actually vote for them. So I think them, including 2B Gamers, and what was the team at the top again?
Anam Lama.
I'm so bad with the names. Anam Lama. They have already secured this spot, but I think there's still a slight chance for Dark Horse. So I'm gonna stick with Dark Horse in that fourth position.
Yep. Well, let's see. Let's wait till the game starts. But honestly, how has been the experience for you casting the World Esports Cup? Has you have been the most active on the caster's desk?
I mean, wait. This is. I'm not gonna answer this question. I love everyone that I'm casting with. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it to any of my co-casters because I'm sure after. I mean, tomorrow it's not gonna be you again. It's gonna be someone else. So if I didn't take their name, it's gonna be really awkward. So I'm just gonna say that everyone has been really really good, including me, obviously. So it has just been a treat. It's been wonderful. And first things first, everyone's energy, man. Oof, in this World Esports Cup, including the players, the production. I mean, a huge shout out to all the, you guys see us, but there's a lot going on in the background. So I want to say, I mean, just thanks and a huge shout out to Sid Sniper, Chinmay, Sudin, Debasis, and a lot more. I'm not really Q as well. And yeah, I'm not really sure about all the names. So a huge shout out to all the, production coming in from Platonia.
Yep. Well, they're doing a great job, I would definitely say. But also, thank you so much, Infinix Smartphones, once again sponsoring the event. And guys, if you don't know about Infinix Smartphones, they're the best, one of the best for the gaming. And if you are a geek gamer and if you're into Free Fire a lot, go check out the new model that is Note 11s and you can hashtag own the game. You can also follow us on our socials where we upload and update all the highlights of the games, all the region updates, and whichever teams are getting qualified and the MVPs of the day at our social media. It's @India Today Gaming. You can find all the links in the description and make sure you hit that subscribe button on this YouTube channel so you don't miss another live stream of WC, not another qualifier that you're going to be missing. We're still in the Invitational Qualifiers. After Nepal, we still have 2 more days to go apart from today, and we'll surely be moving into the plains in the next week. But yeah, we're back in the action. It's a map of Kalahari, and the plane path has been very good today. All the 3 maps that I've casted, the plane path just went up straight dividing the maps into two halves. And right now we've got cluster of teams, especially NXT and G9 taking a drop over towards Refinery. It's going to be a crash landing fight coming anytime soon. Anam Lama going over towards command post. We've got GB at Santa Catarina, and they're all of four arms of four at confinement. We've got gun at Shrimps. Okay, interestingly, that's a blue zone. We've got KM at Old Hampton, and it's going to be T2K who had the most number of kills in the last game. Almost missed their career in the hands.
Ooh. There you go. Right off the bat, Dark Horse, they have already got themselves a kill, and they are the new kill leader. This is the final map of the day. Group 1, Day 1, map number 6. That is Kalahari of the Nepal Invitational Qualifiers. And Dark Horse have actually started off really good, and then they have actually, took a hit. Because Jin, their best player, has actually gone down. G9, they are still on. They actually got one knock, and this is not looking good for Shadow Dark Horse right now. They need to take this fight, and they are not in a good position to do so. DG, they are dealing a lot of damage. The grenade will not be dealing any damage whatsoever. So we are jumping in with only 11 squads, guys. You need to put that in, get that in your mind. We only have 11 squads. I think one of these squads is unfortunately, I think that is the number 12 because they know they have no chance. So I don't think that's a good idea though, Elik. I mean, even if you are not going to be qualifying, you should just play and understand why you have, why you're not qualifying this time. Understand what's the thing that you're doing wrong and try not to make those mistakes again. I mean, we'll learn from your mistakes.
Yep. Well, learn from the mistakes. That's one best thing to practice in life. And I hope everybody gets that. But yeah, coming back, DG having a really not an unexpected start. I would say Crush going down already, but they still got one kill in the hands. They're taking a fight against GH if I'm not wrong. Yup, it's going to be Dark Horse team coming up. But on the other hand, NXT is having a good red drag going down. Now they're going to be getting spotted out with T2K. Supreme gets knocked out. Supreme is on the verge of getting confirmed, and he definitely does. NXT lost two of its players, Stalker and Chibo. Not a good start for them. Not a good land, not a good drop location. But on the other hand, we've got KM fighting over against Gun. Gun Barker gets one knockout. KM loses two of its players. It's just Salu and Rikesh all by themselves. Rikesh goes down as well. I don't think it's not very far that KM will get knocked down anytime soon right now. But they've got two kills in their hands, moving up. Salu and Golem, they're trying their level best. They're having a strong fight against Gun. Salu gets knocked out. It's all in the hands of Golem with barely 56 HP left in his hand. But Gunstinger, he will eliminate the entire team all by himself. It is a 4-kill point for KM. Unfortunately, losing Rikesh on the way, but they've managed to win that fight with just one man, Golem, saving two of his teammates. That was a really good start to the game.
That is 4 minutes and we already have one squad left and almost 10 players out. That is 9 to be exact. But Shin going down, I feel really, I don't feel great. That's all I'm gonna say. I wanted to see a bit more of him, coming in to this last match at Dark Horse. He was his Dark Horse. But oh, Mia Babe goes down. CC, is that how you pronounce it? Anyway, 3 eliminations in a couple of seconds. Oh boy, trying to kill Devil. Lost one of the players, Dark Horse. They will get almost taken down here. There you go, the second player goes down as well. Only one more player on the side of Dark Horse. This is not looking great. Rohan, he wants to chase an AG agent, I believe that is. He is running away. He wants to, get as many kills as they can. He's just running and running and running.
Yep. Well, DS last player, only one Darkers. I think they've lost their one opportunity to make it into the top 4 with only one player. If he plays for the position points, there might be a difference, but he has to put down some eye-opener performance over there. But right now, he is terrorized for sure. AO4 right now, they're trying to go for a cover. Alam Lama, just like how they used to do it, they're going to keep it short and sweet and low. as I expect them to stay that way. NXT's last two players are standing over towards Anam Lama, and now it can be a danger fight coming in through. Although RG, they had a good start to the game last time. I hope they do the same. The sub is filled with Alam Nama, and we also have NXT's last two players. Oh, there you go. They are literally ever, and that's a beautiful fight. That's a shotgun play coming in through Gina, and will be taking down NXT's one of the players. And I don't think NXT will survive on just one player. Not very long till they get eliminated. Although a nice try coming in from NXT, though not really a gameplay that I expected them from them.
Mm-hmm. Well, 84, they're still alive, and Anam Lama have no kills just yet. But they will get those kills, and they actually need no kills, to be honest. If they stay alive till the end, they are gonna be they've actually qualified, if you ask me. It's not gonna be an easy task to take them down, especially with the confidence that they have and with the way that they've been playing in the last 5 matches. It's really, really hard to take them down. But there you go, just to say that hack takes down one player, that is Ghost. It will knock him down. Can he take him down is the question. Sundar here towards this sniper tower. Ooh, extra. That's another one. He will actually confirm the kill this time around. Make that the first kill for the side of Anam Lama. And the revive actually came into play. And Anja SS, he is not in a good spot. He has been spotted by Extra. He will be taking a lot of damage. Blue wall comes into play, but he's the only player there, I believe. And Maxim, on the other hand, takes on one of the players of DG. What is Eunice doing? Oh, he's running in, up close. He will get that kill. Knock onto Anja says. Will confirm it, I believe, as well. There you go. It will be confirmed. And Anam Lama, they're actually, focused on taking this team down. But on the other hand, Dark Horse eliminated in position number 10.
Yep. But not something that I definitely expected. I'm so Ford going down as well. Anam Lama, they're having a good time. They're having a good start. Anam Lama, 4 kills in the hands, 2 kills in the hands of Anish. Hag getting eliminated. It's fine. They've still got a good trait, I would say. 1 player down, 4 kills in the hands. Miyabe going out early as well. GB with 4 kills in the hand, 1 kill from each player. Well, the contribution definitely looks on the top. NXT's last player is still making hopes for his team. And Anam Lama once again playing at the edges of the circle. 8 minutes into the game, 8 teams are left. Surprisingly, this time we've had way too many early fights coming into the place. DG's last man Volt is barely surviving. He's trying to get a knock confirmed, but if he gives away his position, he might be in trouble as well.
Might be in trouble. But I still feel, Dark Horse, they would have done a bit more damage there coming in. If not, if their positions were not as bad as they were. Jin got that initial kill, but after that, he was just out in the open. Well, I mean, if you take a look at the tide of DG, they know they are going to be, and this is the final chance. So the last surviving player, the sole survivor, all he's doing right now is trying to stay alive. There you go, Volt. Just trying to stay alive for as long as he can. And the side of G9, they are actually searching for him. And they're gonna leave the premises right now, which means command post is all in the control of DG. That is Volt, and he can stay alive for a little longer. Still a little longer. Maybe get a couple of kills and get themselves maybe one extra point. But trust me, guys, 1 point is all it takes sometimes. To be in that top 4 or to not be in that top 4.
Yep. Well, the circle looks like that's taking a shift over to its foundation. Bayfront and Refinery. Refinery being the prime spot, and G9 being on fire right now. They've confirmed and got to 4 kills in their hands right now, moving against GB. JB's last player is still alive, is trying to save his life. Iswar 10 is running away. GB still has 4 kills in the hands, but if Iswar gets eliminated, that can be a little ouch for Gangbang, as it was their last game to prove themselves. Them getting eliminated on the 8th position. We've got Lama trying to put their heads against GB right now. And G9, Vururu gets taken down. He has a triple kill, he will get revived, and they will be back on their feet, running back into the compounds. But overall, Anam Lama has been giving their best performance since the last three maps. Starting in from the last Kalahari to this Kalahari, they've always made sure that they were in the top three. Anam Lama, good positioning nearby refinery, but they have to keep a watch on the teams. They have to take a rain check before they make a rotation right now.
Yep, I mean it's the second zone coming into play, and look at that. The UAV is out in the open. No one's gonna be spotted by that just yet. But oh, that zone actually was about to say that maybe it might go towards that refinery, but it's gonna be between that foundation and Bayfront, taking a bit of control of Bayfront, but it's out in the open, which means I don't think we need a fifth zone here. I think this zone is we're gonna see a lot of eliminations coming into play, and next up, out in the open, doesn't really care, will take a kill, actually a knock onto Yakuza on the side of G9, who actually are the kill leaders right now with 6 kills, and that McLaren looks absolutely beautiful as well. But let's see if they can make their way back in the zone in style and safely as well.
Yup. Well, so far, Anam Lama with that position, they have been doing very well. But G9, they are feeling it in their veins right now. Going out for a ride, taking one of the best positions they've got at Bayfront, I would say. They're still playing on the edge of the circle. But T2K, they're trying to rotate back. KM also trying to make their way back inside the circle. T2K's position getting revealed away by the UAV, and we also have a team close by who's trying to take a part of the fight. T2K with only 1 kill in the hand. They've lost Pratham. They still got Anish, the iconic star player. NXT's last player is still trying to survive. G9 is going to the center of the circle, and they managed to make it inside the compounds. G9 being very aggressive right now. But I guess the rivalry never ends for G9 and T2K.
You're right, they're being aggressive, but T2K, as you said, the star player, and is still alive, and it all depends on their rank position as well right now. Because the teams, they still out of 7, I think they're like 4 top teams, right there. So even if they go down, it's not gonna hurt them a lot, because there are not a lot of kills to be taken right now. 19 in total. Those freeze bombs coming into play. Team RG, they're trying to take down the players here, but those blue walls, they are not gonna let anything come through them. Side of KM, Golem goes down to Vegeta, down to 18 players. This is not looking good. Those grenades, they're gonna be dealing a lot of damage coming in from Salu. There's only 2 players left, Salu and Lopa. But those grenades, they're just holding off the side of RG. But for how long is the question? Because there you go, the cavalry. The 4 players, they're gonna run out in the open like a bunch of apes, and they will take him down. Yeah, actually it's Yakuza taking out Salu there, and the only player on the side of KM left is Lopa, and he will go down. 2B gamers eliminated in position number 7.
Yep. Well, I guess the fight has begun right now. The important fight as Royal Gurkha go out in the 6th position. You've still got Kames, 1 player inside the blue zone stuck, and a quad kill coming in from G9 with a total of 10 kills. 5 kills coming in from Yakuza. He's doing his level best. T2K getting spotted out by G9 Fragger. Fragger trying to knock out Basir right now. But I don't think he can survive inside the blue walls for a long time. But look at Charlie. He's quickly taking over that rotation. Now he'll be spotting out Fragger in no time, and the fight will begin. Vururu trying to put aggressive damage on towards Charlie, but on the other hand, we can see PG Flamers getting choked and getting out of the map. 5th position, KV Sports getting into the 4th position. T2K's Bisamir is trying his level best to climb that mountain. It's not gonna happen. Vururu is taking him down. Bisamir, not much he can do. He gets confirmed, trained to kill, down with only 2 players. Fragger goes down. It is just Money's GP all by himself. And I don't think there's a chance for T2K. It's Anish and Charlie all by themselves. But the tables have definitely changed. T2K going aggressive against G9 right now. Anam Lama still at the top with 7 kills. They still have 3 of the men up and running. G9 with 10 kills. Ururu going down. It's just Yakuza all by himself. Anish is trying to hunt Yakuza down, but I guess he will be getting caught in the hands of Anam Lama anytime soon. Unish also getting taken down with a lot of damage. It's just Yakuza from G9 right now, and Anam Lama with three players up and running. They're gonna take train to kill down. It's already been decided that it's going to be Anam Lama with the final booyah of the first day of Nepal Invitational Qualifiers. Impressive performance, breathtaking plays coming in from Anish, and a really good job coming in from Yakuza on the other hand. G9, what a performance, man. Gravity 9 all the way from bottom 6 to the top 6. They made their way again.
Yep, that is true. Anam Lama getting that booyah finally. They're the kind of team that usually avoids any initial fights, and then as soon as that 7-8 minute mark, hits the clock, and that is when they start hitting the block and taking down a lot of players, and a lot of kills go into their favor as well. Unej, especially with 7 kills this time around, you got to give it to the man. He's been absolutely dominant, taking down the star player on the side of T2K as well. I was actually looking forward to see Anish taking down his couple of players, but he was just overwhelmed there, getting that 3 versus 1 to his right in front of him. That is a bit too much to ask for, but the side of G9, the players sneakily just stayed alive till the end. So he will get that one extra point, but I mean, let's see how well and how crucial is that one extra point for them.
Well, despite of just talking about this map scorecard, I guess Anam Lama is already on the top with 65 points in the last game. But I guess this is just going to be a better boost for them to stand top and tall in the overall scorecard. But I want to discuss about the rest of the three positions, the rest three top teams who are making out to the planes right now. But before we move in there, let's have a look at today's scorecard. This map scorecard, especially speaking about the Kings of Kalari, and I really love the way how Anam Lama is always keeping up their performance high. And this is the second time, I think this is the third time, no, this is the second time they've got a Booyah. And for a fun fact, they've gotten it in the map of Kalahari. In the first rotation, again, they made it in the map of Kalahari.
Well, I mean, then you're right. They are the true kings of Kalahari, and the scoreboard says the same as well. 12 rank points, 10 kills, which means 10 kill points, total points of 22, and gravity 9. Okay, that last, just staying alive at the end did help him get that 1 point, and they have 10 kills. Absolutely incredible, same as Anam Lama, which brings the total up to 19. KM Esports 7 rank points, 4 kill points, total of 11. Train to kill, they have 11 as well, but only 3 kills. So I think they have actually secured their position. But let's see, because KM Esports, it all depends on the kills right now. The other gang players, 9 points. Gangbang, this time not at the bottom half of the scoreboard with 7. Royal Gurkha, they have 7. I think Gangbang had 9, I'm sorry. 2B Gamer, the team that's the second position in overall scoreboard, unfortunately, not their game. Total points of 4 with no kills. Arms of 4 have 3 points. Dark Horse, unfortunately, this time around, no kills, no rank, no good kills, no good rank points. So that's only a total of 2. Well, Gunstinger 0 and NPL Gurkhas 0 as well.
Yup. Well, it has been the scorecard for this map. I'm eagerly waiting for the overall scorecard to come in. I think Anam Lama will be having a rough of 87 points, according to my calculations. And if I'm not wrong, in the second position, we had 2B Gamers. And I'm pretty sure the 2B Gamers have been pushed down in the last map, and their performance was not all up to the mark. So, which gives a very good opportunity for teams like Train to Kill, KM to come up into the leaderboard. Although I'm still thinking about Dada Gang Flamers, because they were in the top three at the first half of the game, but now their performance is just not speaking it for them. Although I'm excited and waiting for the overall scorecard. For definitely, I know that one of their teams is going to be Anablama at the first position, a total of 87 points. And who do you think is going to be the next three teams coming up? I got my bets on Royal Gurkhas because they've been consistent enough throughout the day in all six maps.
Well, I think it's gonna be 2B, Train, and KM actually. I don't think Royal Gurkhas. I think Royal Gurkhas maybe, just maybe. There
Ah,
you go.
there you go.
There you go. 50, sorry, 87. Anam Lama, you're on point with that. Like some mathematics skills I see. Train to kill, 30 rank points, 32 kill points, total of 62. really far away from what Anam Lama is. They're on another level here. And that is what you need. They're making a statement to all the other teams in this tournament. 2B Gamer, 61 points. KM Esports, I told you, 60. And Royal Gurkha, just 1 point. 1 point, one extra kill or one rank point would have been enough. That's going to be devastating. And Dada Gang Flamers, although they were at the top, top five, top four in the first half of the day, at the end of the day, they are not in the top four and they will not be qualifying. And you got to feel bad for Royal Gurkha Esports here.
Yep. Well, I guess that's it for today's six maps. Although I would love to go back and watch the highlights and see how it actually went down all the way from the first game to the sixth game. But speaking about the overall scorecard, very good performance coming in from the top four teams: Dark Horse, Gravity 9, Arms of 4, Gangbang, Gunstinger, NPL Gorkhes. You guys start your level best, but don't worry, we've got even more tournaments coming up for you to stay updated. Follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel. But coming back to today, the first day of Nepal Invitational Qualifiers, group number 1, it was a really great match overall. I would say all the six maps, we didn't have any team dominating on the one side. We had teams like Dark Horse coming up in between. We had teams like Gravity 9, Gunstinger coming up in the top 3. And I guess the matches, the only team which was pretty much consistent enough, I would say 2B Gamer. In the first half, they were at the second position, and in the second half, they came down to the third position, but yet they made it to the top 4. Congratulations to the top 4 teams: Train to Kill, Anam Lama, 2B Gamer, and KME Sports.
Well, you got to give it to them, Anam Lama. They're just on another level. They're on another level altogether. There's nothing that these teams could do, to stop them. They were just going in ham right from the start, right from map number 1. Yes, they did get a couple of booyahs, but it's not just about that. It's also the number of kills that they keep getting, right? Consistently above 5 every single time. This time they had 10, along with G9. So, it's not only about the rank points, but also a really good balance with the kill points as well. That is what Anam Lama has been doing. And getting that 87 in the second half is what, 62? So, it's not just the getting themselves into the playoffs. It's making a statement to all the teams from Indian region, Pakistan region, and this region of Nepal as well, that this is a team that needs to look out. Everyone else needs to look out. I believe there was a team in Pakistan as well with 96 total points, at the end of the day. Not really able to get the name, but there was another team. I'm really looking forward to see if there's any team in Nepal that might get that 100, 100 total points in a BO6. Let's see, let's just hope. But with that, we are done for today, right? So we still have the highlights, but before that, me and Elka will be taking a short break and we'll be back with the highlights of day number 1 of Nepal Invitational Qualifiers. ladies and gentlemen, to Infinix Smartphone presents World Esports Cup, brought to you by India Today Gaming, and as always, broadcast partner Playtonia. I mean, we just started off with the Nepal Invitational Qualifiers, right? We are done with the day number one. 12 teams in this group. 4 of them are going to be qualifying. We already know who they are. It's going to be another day tomorrow. But for now, let's take a quick look at the highlights of the day. And what do you think about these teams and the gameplay that we've seen here today, Lika?
Well, all these games have been definitely interesting. But yeah, starting the day off with absolute madman performance coming in from T2K, I would say. Although I missed out on the first 3 games, Arca made it pretty clear that the entire game, the first 3 games, were so decidedly in the hands of 2B and Dada Gang. Dada Gang, they were the ones to take out the Puya in the first map, if I'm not wrong. And beginning of the second map, there were many hurdles coming in from NG and GB Gangbang. They've tried their level best. And NPL Gorkhe, they've always getting eliminated in 12th position. Not a performance that I was expecting from them throughout the entire 6 maps. But yeah, T2K has been pretty much consistent. NXT going ahead and taking out most of the teams as they can. KM Esports also going out way too early. You know what's one thing that I loved seeing about Nepal Invitational Qualifiers? It's that all these teams went down for a clean game. They went down for the entire aim of surviving till the end without, initiating fights. They didn't go for early fights, not every time, but they maintained the decorum till the end.
Yep, they did. And here we have the second map actually. In Gangbang, they were alive till the end, right? I see now why Arca was actually, pretty hyped about the team. Unfortunately, they couldn't keep up the same performance in the next few matches they're going in. But yeah, they did. They were actually going really strong in the first 3, but in the last 3, they were the ones that, they were the ones that was being completely dominated by other teams. And as you see, the map of Kalahari, where Anam Lama was actually doing really, really good. They did it again in the last map of the day as well. Here, you can clearly see that 84. This is not the kind of gameplay coming in from AD that we've seen in the last 4 matches again. Team Train to Kill. They were consistently, I wouldn't say great, but they were doing decent in the first 3 maps. But when it comes to the last 4 maps and last 3 maps, I'm sorry, Train to Kill was on fire, which helped them qualify, actually. So the side of NPL, on the other hand, I still think they shouldn't have left the server, even though they had no chance. They should have just been there and just played. Maybe they would have gotten a couple more kills. I do understand that players, they feel they feel the pressure and they feel like we're gonna get taken down anyway, so why do we just stay here? But guys, you are gamers. You don't give up that easy. You should never, ever give up here, Elika.
Yep. Well, I quite got the fact that giving up is not an option, and I'm pretty sure that's what Anam Lama has been destined to do. They didn't give up to the entire 6 maps. They kept performing, and I know one of the strong reasons them being in the top is definitely due to them carrying that not giving up mentality. They've got most of the kills, most of the hands in them. And I guess one best thing to talk about Anam Lama is the firepower they've got. Dark Horse, this was the only map where they outperformed Anam Lama. They gave their best performance, knocking out one team after the after. And them taking down GN Gunstinger, that was totally unexpected for me. Going on to the last map that we had, 2B Gamers, they had a very quick start. Although we saw a lot of early fights coming into the play, most of them definitely did go into the favor of G9 in the last map, I'd say.
Well, map number 5, it was interesting, right? That was a map of Purgatory, and we got to see a lot more fights than what we expected, and it was just too quick. There you go. In 14 minutes, we've had 15-minute mark. I'm sorry, we've had only 7 teams left. But yeah, on the map of Bermuda, I think we had like 9, 10. So this was a better match coming in when compared to the map of Bermuda. But Train to Kill, this was a map that they actually popped off really, really strong. Yes, I think they missed out on getting that booyah, but they don't really care about that because they did get a lot of kills here.
Yup. Well, a lot of kills is equal to a lot of kill points coming into the favor. KM getting knocked out and choked by this team's Gunstinger. They were so close to be taking off KM, but that one guy saved the entire team. Anam Lama again being pretty consistent enough. They took down Arms of Four and they kept maintaining that performance throughout the game. All the one team which outperformed the map of Kalari was G9. They gave one of the few of their finest performances in this map. And you know what's a fun fact? Anam Lama, they've not only got the first Kalari Booyah, but also the last one. That means we can clearly say that they are the clear kings and champions of Kalari. G9, they had their eyes on each and every player. Train to Kill got out, taken in third position, and we've got Anam Lama as the Booyah takers. But since, even though Anam Lama, got the Booyah, T2K was on top.
I mean, it was a great day for all the teams, especially Anam Lama. 87 points. That is, I mean, getting 87 points is not impressive. Making sure that the other teams don't get that points. I mean, it was a hard group, right? It wasn't an easy group, and it's not like there were no other teams that's actually really, really good. Train to Kill, and then Royal Gurkhas as well. They missed out with one kill, 1 point. That's all they needed, and they missed it out. So getting 87 points and having a 25 point lead, that is a really good job coming in from Anam Lama. But yeah, I mean, we are done with day number one. Going into day number two, what are your expectations here, Elika?
Well, my expectations, they've been pretty high today, and I guess they've definitely been satisfied by Anam Lama. But coming up tomorrow, it's going to be another set of group stages coming in through. So I'll have to go over and look at the group and teams we're going to be having tomorrow. But until then, I would like to see you guys tomorrow. But before we go down, huge shout out to India Today Gaming for organizing this tournament and for sponsoring this tournament. Thank you so much, Infinix Smartphones and the broadcast partner, definitely Platonia, doing all the job in the back end. And it has been a great pleasure to cast with you as well. I guess, guys, also don't forget to follow us on Instagram because we put out all the region qualify highlights, all the qualified teams information on our Instagram. So make sure you're active on our socials as well as on our YouTube channel. So I guess that's it for today. We will be coming back to you tomorrow with Group 2 Invitational Nepal Finals tomorrow.